law. He launched or revitalized many superstar careers. Clive Davis has died, once called the man with the golden ears, who won 5 Grammys as a producer.
He started out as a 28-year-old lawyer at Columbia Records with 0 music experience. But over the next 6 decades, he found several record companies known for throwing these elaborate Grammy parties, attracting an eclectic group of people from music, politics, and business. He signed Whitney Houston at age 19.
Fox's William Lajeunesse. Davis helping to turn others into stars, including Rod Stewart, Carlos Santana, Alicia Keys, Billy Joel, and Bruce Springsteen. Clive Davis was 94. A family statement says to them, the music icon was dad and granddaddy, the steady presence at the center of our lives. History made it the World Cup as Lionel Messi scores a record 17th goal, giving the defending champs Argentina a 1-0 lead over Austria, and he just scored another one. America is listening to Fox News.
Feeling uncertain by life's challenges? Discover timeless truth and encouragement with In Touch Ministries, guiding you every step of the way. At intouch.org, you'll discover encouragement that lasts. With powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith, you'll find hope and wisdom for every season of your life. Don't wait. Visit intouch.org today and let God's Word inspire your journey. That's intouch.org.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. He's in a spaceship. There's a spaceman outside your space door. It's incredible. In the mountains of making space toy. Oh, and mechanical magler flounder. It's Monday. God, I got to settle down. Man, this is a wonderful time to be together here. You got the space. You got space territory there, Pete Davis. What's going on up there?
I think it's robots.
Robots. In fact, I was just reading a story. I didn't have it printed up or anything, but a story about how was it General Motors, I think, is now upset because they have fired 1,000 people and they replaced them with 30 robots. And so the union is going on. Now, wait a minute. Isn't technology supposed to help as opposed to, anyways, speaking of robots. So it's, and the flounder is invited. Pete Davis, over the weekend, excitement up in the mountains of Macon, or how you feeling, recuperating, all that stuff. What's going on?
There was a lot of butt sitting, watching baseball and soccer. That's basically it. And we're doing little walks, and it was a pretty weekend. Yeah.
I tried to take in fact, I did take in a little baseball. I was kind of disappointed with the Braves. I wasn't quite the score.
They won 2 out of 3.
I know, 2 out of 3 is good. It was very exciting. How come every time I tune in, there's a problem? It's everything.
Quit watching.
I'm going to stop watching now. That's my goal. I figured. And who won the baseball thing? I watched part of the Oklahoma and North Carolina.
It's
World
tonight.
Series.
The championship is tonight.
Oh, it's tonight?
Between the two.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because the last thing I saw, they were North Carolina was beating them.
They're tied, one game apiece.
Oh, goodness. Well, there you go. Anyway, Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica, exciting weekend time.
Nice weekend. Hung out by the pool on Saturday, did a little yard work, and was very domesticated. It was nice.
Excellent. Well, there you go. And it's 3:05, and it's 106.3, and it's Happy Monday, and the Braves are in San Diego, I believe, for a few games, and our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And I don't mind sharing with you that I'm extremely upset today. I went out of my freaking way. I did something new. I don't normally. I've changed my cookies. I changed my cookie rack because I'm known for bringing in my cold, undercooked, special double peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. Well, at the store the other day, I bought the same brand, that yellow, whatever the yellow wrapping brand is, of the turtle. which is like almond and caramel things. Oh yeah, I know. Well, if you don't like that, you don't like that. But anyway, I made a batch of those, and they are unbelievable. So I made some to bring in, and I asked Flounder if he wanted one. He said absolutely. And then I did all my other I have things I bring in. I'm very organized. I have 2 different containers to drink stuff and ice. I mean, I just and then I have my cookie things and a special lollipop pops for my girl. I bring her 2 different lollipops every day, stuff like that. So I'm very organized about it. But I was so ticked off because my hearing aids went on and did a thing, and the people at Hear USA are wonderful, but it's still my morning was messed up. My car's still in the shop for a while. Everything's falling apart. The Comcast said they didn't get my check 15 days after I mailed it, and then they did an AI thing trying to screw me for that. Anyway, long story. And so I was very ticked off that I left the cookies in the refrigerator. After I started just scrubbing out of the house and all the 9 things going on at once, and I've got a thing going on here that I don't like inside what's going on here. And so I got distracted, and I left the cookies in the refrigerator. So I not only did I not bring any lunch, and I didn't bring Flounder's cookie, and I feel real bad. And so anyway, there we go. So I did 100 push-ups today. In the last 40 minutes, I did 50. In fact, one of the guys who works here I think saw me through the plate glass window. And I'm on the floor, going to like bowing to Allah or something 50 times. And so I did 50 of them at 2:30, and then I still ticked off about the stupid cookies and what's going on and the upside down life going on here. And I just did 50 more about 20 minutes ago. So anyway, and my breast implant didn't explode, so everybody's in good shape. Anyway, and I got a question. And by the way, we have the news. We got to hear from J.D. Vance. You're going to hear from more word salad from Carmela. I mean, honest to goodness, how this woman thinks that she has any sense of respect in the world. Is there anybody who could listen to her talk and not go, oh my God? I mean, who does she think? I mean, what's this philosophy thing she's got? Hope is a verb. Yeah, hope's a verb. I hope you never run for office. Or, there is no hope that it's a noun and a verb. I mean, what's the matter? I mean, anyway, so, all right, so we got all that. And we got the peace talks. And by the way, a lot of Father's Day stuff. A lot of stories about Father's Day, including the advertisement over the U.S. Open golf tournament, a Father's Day angle. Also, Gisele Bundchen, Tom Brady's ex-wife. What a snotty, talk about Father's Day snot. New York Times, how they want people to celebrate Father's Day depending on which gender you decide on at any given time, stuff like that. I mean, there's one after another. Anti-ICE protester, on Father's Day, they want illegal criminals released on Father's Day because they're fathers at the ICE agency. Well, they're fathers, you should let them go. Oh, my God, and wait till you hear about the number of Americans in the Democrat Party who think we should go socialist. We got all this stuff. Now, I have a question before we get to all that stuff. Oh, also, I just realized, I heard this earlier today, this is National Kissing Day. I'm not going to kiss you. I didn't. Well, God, I was so hoping I shaved particularly close today. That's what Patton said. Remember when Montgomery came up to him? Oh, what a shame. I shaved particularly close today. Something like that. Anyway, National Kissing Day. And now, Flounder, are you going to spring that on Veronica when you get home, or does she know that?
I would have done that anyway.
Oh, well, there you are. I think that, I truly think that is, and it's hard for me to talk about it because I'm, hideous and disgusting. But the fact of the matter is, and I've always believed this my whole life, that I think kissing is the most intimate and honest and real link between couples who are in love. And the best part about it is there's nothing like the very first time when she gives in to you or wants it, allows it. Because I'm old-fashioned, and it's just a whole thing, it's just, and I don't think anybody even, well, I don't know, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me anymore. But
she gives in, she wants it.
No, I mean, seriously, I think the most romantic, wonderful thing is the world when you're hugging a girl, and you're getting to know each other and stuff, and all of a sudden, whatever. So anyway, I'm just saying that's National Kissing Day, and if I'll bet you most married couples don't make I guarantee most married couples don't make out anymore. even like a date night once, or every month or something. They don't just sit in the car and make out like they do. Married couples, I don't think make. I think that's the most important thing in a relationship, but I think it's the first thing to go. Which is kind of why I feel sad about it. I feel bad about it. I think it's the most important thing. It's the most fun thing to start, and has the most link to getting to really give to each other and allow each other to be part of yourselves. And I think it's the first thing to go, which is kind of a shame. Anyway, now you're plucking your chest. Or is that a special shirt, or what are you strumming your guitar? Or I can't see what you're doing.
No, every once in a while the nerves fire off, and you just gotta scratch it.
Excellent. Well, I think that's a wonderful thing. And one more quick question. I swear to God, we got nosy stuff. And we'll talk about dead people. Alan Greenspan died at 100. 100 years old, pretty good. They didn't give the cause. It's kind of a special... silly. Well, the cause was not... But he was 100. Well, he had Parkinson's, but he was 100. No reason of death given. He was... sorry. Anyway, and he was Andrea Mitchell. He'd been married to Andrea Mitchell for 150 years. And he was called the maestro. Business leaders turned to him for insight about interest rate stuff since Reagan in 87. Federal Reserve Board. And he was known for a lot of things. I suppose that's a deal. And you may have heard also late this afternoon the word that Clive Davis passed away. He was 94, the music producer and record company owner, and the guy who discovered major stars and so forth. And so we go, and just to pass that along. And a quick question. This is kind of weird. As I'm coming into work today, I'm from Terrell Mill Road. I turn onto Powers Ferry. When you do that, it's a 3-lane turn. Okay, so when you're on Terrell Road, it's 3 lanes, turning into 3 lanes on Powers Ferry. So I'm taking a left onto to stoplight, taking a left onto Powers Ferry. I'm in the middle lane. On the right is a fire truck, a big one, a big long red, hook and ladder fire truck, waiting at the light, as am I next to him. And then as I'm pulling up to him, but when I'm ready to approaching the line, the truck was already there. And so I didn't really pull up all the way because I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I supposed to stay 200 feet back? Isn't that on the driver's test? Stay back 200 feet back from a fire truck? But I assume that's only when they're moving. I don't know. But anyway, and I thought to myself, am I supposed to be anywhere near a fire truck, even if they're waiting for the light to change? And so when he took off, I kind of delayed a little because for some reason I thought, I don't think I'm supposed to get close to a fire truck, even driving, and again, he was going to a nearby fire station, so I knew he was going to turn off in, 300 yards. But still, I really thought, I didn't know if that was if I could get a ticket for driving next to a fire truck in traffic or something. I don't, is that a thing or is that stupid? I guess it's stupid. I see you squirking like you think I'm totally lost my mind. I don't know. Is there a law or not?
It's never crossed my mind.
Well, I felt bad because I didn't want him to be ticked off if he needed space. I don't know, fireman. I don't know. I should call John Boy. Is he still a fireman? I wonder if he's still doing fireman stuff. Our former board op guy, John Boy. Remember? Years ago. All right, I got Fortune, Only Kivered, and Pete and Flounder. It's Monday. We're goofing around. And so what? So we got a lot of Father's Day stuff and fun stuff and goofy stuff. Anyway, look out. Here we go.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Well, here we go with those off and on storms again. And a reminder, if you keep your medical records and living will and paperwork and stuff in a cardboard box in the basement, Atlanta Safe House had a little something special for you. Atlanta Safe House are, goodness, I think my first Browning safe I got decades ago. They have Fort Knox safes. They have more, special, really, really secure safes of all kinds, shapes, and sizes. They have 500 of them right there in their showroom. They moved to Union Hill Road in Alfred, some time ago. And they got 500 of them right there, which means with all these safes and all the top brands, they have savings and rebates and sales and specials. You're going to save a bundle. And again, if you haven't thought about, think about what happens if there's a flood and you got something in a, cardboard box and off it goes, or burglars and fire, whatever. Keeping your stuff safe. I learned the hard way, and I didn't have my medical records in Florida, no safe, and it cost me. Well, now my kids know where to find my living will, if there's any money left, any kind of medical stuff, marriage, divorce papers, real estate things. I've had to get some family paperwork from years ago just recently for various reasons. And again, at least I know where to find it now. They can take care of you, protecting your rights as well as they protect your stuff. Nobody's getting your master reset code. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the People's Lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state, and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Hello, folks. This is your captain speaking. As we prepare to take off, I'd like you to draw your attention to the dimmed lights, lit candles, and soothing sounds of smooth jazz. We'll be making love shortly and taking off in just a moment. Please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. And this is your captain speaking again. As you can see, we're experiencing engine failure. Looks like we're not going to get this bird off the ground tonight.
Sound like your sex life? Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? If you're struggling with ED, we understand the feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there is help. You need Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They specialize in treatments like the P-Shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimix. Schedule your appointment today. Call 404-777-1911 and learn more online at tbtofga.com.
For generations, drivers across Atlanta have turned to Jim Ellis Chevrolet for a better car buying experience. Why?
Because at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, it's about more than selling vehicles. It's about taking care of their customers.
Whether you're searching for a rugged Silverado, a family-friendly Equinox, a sporty Blazer, or one of Chevrolet's innovative electric vehicles,
Jim Ellis Chevrolet offers the selection you're looking for with a professional, no-pressure environment where your time is respected and your needs come first.
Finding your next Chevy has never been easier with the Jim Ellis Expressway. You can shop online, value your trade, explore payment options, and save time at the dealership.
When you're ready to drive home in a new Chevrolet, trust the dealership that's been serving Atlanta drivers for decades. Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevrolet on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter. Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jim Ellis, expect the best.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Here we go now. Stand by. Sir Elton John. Big award today.
You can never know what it's like.
2019.
Like when the future's just like ice.
Sir Elton.
Golden lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the wreck you.
Sir Elton was awarded the highest civilian award in France, the Légion d'honneur. The British musician was presented with the award by French President Emmanuel Macron during a ceremony at Élysée Palace. Macron's office praised Sir Elton as a melodic genius, and they praised him as one of the first gay artists to give a voice to the LGBT community. Okay, well, all right. But is that why you that's why you give a guy the Legion of the highest of civilian awards, because he, I I don't know, saying whatever. You know, again, I can't relate. I still don't know why they have a Pride Month. I mean, everybody's be proud of yourself, whatever, but it's not a thing. You know, veterans get one day. Pride Month is a month, which is, you know, fine. But it just, you know,
no, it's not.
Well, I know it's, of course, you know, but it's silly. And by the way, for the record, I'm going back to my format here in a second. Just for the record, you know, if a baseball team tells its players to wear rainbow sleeves, they've altered the uniform. So if it's okay to alter the uniform for they say it's a good cause, and how come they can't do it for other? I mean, it's just stupid. Say don't alter anything. You know, I mean, but, you know, the special woke business, it's just, you know, they're asking for it. They're just messing with America. It's apple pie. I mean, my God.
Cameron,
yeah.
We're all equal. That's just some are more equal than others.
But yeah, there you go. I mean, God. All right. By the way, I got to double up on birthdays. I got a lot of birthdays today. I'm sorry. Cyndi Lauper, 73. Girls just want to have fun. Didn't she marry some big wrestler or boxer or something? I think. Did she marry?
Let me get my Cyndi Lauper notebook out. Hold on a second.
Well, you're a music guy. You know all the music history of stuff. I like that. It was played on the Carnival Cruise Line ad, so the girls just want to have fun. I like that song.
Did you ever watch that movie, was it Tin Men or Diner? I think it was Tin
Diner,
Men.
I saw it.
With the
Robin Williams?
Munchkin guy. No, yeah. Who was in Tin Men?
You know, I don't. I know the name.
It's Richard Dreyfuss and the guy who was a dad on Frasier, and I think somebody else. But at one point, they're sitting in a diner talking about Bonanza, asking questions about Lorne Green or something. And at one point, he asked questions. I don't know. Let me look at my Bonanza notebook here.
Yeah. Now, was Hoss the second born? Or, yeah. And who, Little Joe, was he? And who was the grumpy one, the older one, the black-haired one, more to a Mexican
crap.
girl?
If you'd asked me.
Let's see. Little Joe Cartwright, Ben Cartwright, Hoss.
He left.
And
he left the show.
Who the hell was the other guy?
I remember the actor, Pernell Roberts.
Pernell Roberts. But what the hell did he play?
He played the.
Was it June? Was it Ben Jr.? No, it couldn't have been that.
No.
Oh my God, isn't that funny? Well, not funny, haha. But anyway, Cyndi Lauper 73 and Todd Rundgren is 78. Hello, it's me. Isn't that the guy? I don't like him anyway. Yeah, who the hell was? What was his stupid name? And there's.
We're gonna stop everything.
Adam, of course. Adam. There you go. Anyway, and on this day in history, now we mentioned earlier, if you just joined us, Alan Greenspan passed away at 100, the legendary Fed chief, and also Clive Davis, the musical, I guess he's a genius, or producer and owner of a record club guy, made a lot of stars. And Clive Davis died at 94. And this was the day in 1969 that Judy Garland passed away, the famed actress and singer. Was a death caused by an incautious self-overdosage of barbiturates. Her Judy Garland, blood contained the equivalent of 10 Seconal capsules, but her autopsy showed no inflammation of the stomach lining and no drug residue in the stomach at the time she died, which indicates the drug had been ingested over a very long period of time rather than in any kind of single dose. So the official cause of death was ruled an accidental overdose. Judy Garland died at the age of 47 on this day in 1969, 3 months after she married husband number 5. So there you go. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We'll do political stuff for coming up, but a couple things just really stuck in my craw. And again, well, for one thing, Glenn Beck during his... I forgot whether it's the Sob Along With Me hour or I'm going to try to make you cry hour. I can't remember which hour it was for Glenn Beck this morning. But when he started talking about Father's Day between, whatever, he told the story of Ronald Reagan and how Ronald Reagan tried to make up to his estranged daughter, Patty, the very well-known girl, and he told the story of Ronald Reagan and Glenn. Glenn was, he weeps between pauses when he's telling these stories. It's very emotional, very, very emotional. I was choking me up. I mean, it was a very emotional story. And Glenn Beck, the reason I mentioned this and kind of starting off with it is because Glenn Beck actually said out loud that he has come to detest Father's Day. I guess he had very different reasons or whatever. Feeling bad for fathers who, divorced fathers like me. I'm a divorced father, and Father's Day for me was wonderful. Talked to my girls and received some wonderful, special gifty, it was a very sweet thing to talk with them. But the fact of the matter is, a divorced father is also a divorced father who wasn't with his kids when he wanted to be with them, and when times in their lives when maybe their stepfather was there and you were. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, it's a hard thing. It's a very hard thing. It's a wonderful thing and a very hard thing. My starter wife, the only woman in my life who's ever really truly loved me, actually texted me and said congratulations, Father's Day thing was just sweet, very But anyway, so it can be a hard thing, and Glenn Beck brought it up where he said he actually detests the day.
Well, we need a distant Father's Day. We need that.
Well, I don't. And again, it's silly. I mean, it's silly. But it all, especially when you get to certain. Again, I shouldn't be probably even talking out loud about this stuff. But when you get to a certain age of your life, it's hard to try to make up for things when you're running out of time. You know what I mean? It's a thing. So I want to play with my grandkids. So, and remind my kids, anyways, it's a thing. It can be a thing. So if that, anyway, and that in mind, this is why this really bugged me today. When I saw the story of Gisele Bündchen, formerly married to Tom Brady, the famous quarterback, celebrity star. And Gisele snubbed Tom Brady, celebrating her role model new husband, Joaquim. And she posted, "Happy Father's Day, Joaquim Valente. Thank you for leading by example and for the values you embody: love, humility, integrity, discipline, kindness, and consistency. You are an incredible role model. We are all so grateful for you, and we love you. We, the family, we love you. Your children love you so much," including Tom Brady's kids, obviously. The supermodel sent out a shout-out to her father, Vladimir Bündchen, thanking him for his unconditional love, wisdom, and support through every stage of my life, unquote, along with her new husband, Joaquim. Happy Father's Day to the dads. She shared a carousel of images with spending time with her baby boy, along with the two Tom Brady children that she had with him. This was a month after Tom Brady celebrated not only Gisele, but his the other women in his Mother's Day, saying he showed an image of Gisele kissing her stepson Jack, standing next to the teen's mom, Bridget Moynihan. So Brady saluted both women in his life who bore him children, and she goes on to stiff him entirely and do a sort of lovey-dovey thing about a real role model as a father, the new guy.
No, a woman wouldn't do that.
No, she would never do that.
Be petty.
I mean, it's just, jeez. And I just. Anyway, and then I'll do one more. We got more about this, and I don't want to belabor it. But again, and I'm going to talk a lot about the U.S. Open golf tournament thing or two, but including a thing about Father's Day with that, which I remember seeing, and I thought, what the hell is that? Because I couldn't quite make it out. Anyway, here, one more quick thing that you should understand what's going on with our country. And you're going to, in fact, we're going to play that sound. I'm going to take this out of order, Flounder. We're going to play that soundbite of those liberals here in a minute, probably right after the break. I think I can do it right after that. This story broke in the New York Times on Father's Day about a Father's Day publisher, a guest essay, and it was a guest essay about a tranny parent describing how to learn to be a trans dad. Titled, "To My Daughter, My Gender Was Never Complicated." It was written by Zach Ellums, a girl who now identifies as a male and focuses on her experience raising a daughter, navigating questions about gender, and she did it like a comic book with a thing after another after another. In one panel, the daughter asks, "How long did you have breasts for, Dad?" Another scene at the pool, the child asks, "How did you grow a mustache if you were a lady?" And then another one on a playground telling another child, "I want to grow a beard when I grow up." And the other child says, "You can't grow a beard, you're a girl." And the daughter says, "My dad did, and he was a girl." Yeah, wow. Kids, children, talking about gender identity just as, part of their playground stuff, when they're 7, 8, 2, 4.
Mental illness is what they're talking about.
Yeah, helping the author more fully embrace who they are. Gee, this is how they envision corrupting our children, using Father's Day to celebrate playing daddy dress up as the true embodiment of fatherhood. celebrating by saluting the real heroes, left-wing gender goblins who think mentally ill women mutilating themselves, maintaining hormone injections, and mainlining them, and playing daddy dress-up as a true embodiment of men and fatherhood. On Father's Day, celebrating gender-confused mothers. Wokeness may be limping a bit from the injuries, but it is not dead. This is what the New York Times remind us, that they hate actual fathers on Father's Day.
Yep.
How do you explain that? I mean, and they go out of their way to make it. I mean, the New York Times. Is there any
Why
doubt?
does that shock you when the New York Times does stuff like this?
I know.
They've been off the rails for 30 years.
I know. I'm not. I'm not. I shouldn't be doing this job.
Overrated from the beginning.
I know. I'm living another life. I mean, I can't relate. I can't believe any of this. Every time I see something like that, I think, my God, I grew up, respecting all the news that's fit to print.
But there are no adults in charge anymore.
I know.
They're all woke idiots, overeducated morons.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get proof up in a second. 331, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We got a game coming up. And no, and by the way, is Matthew coming back, Flounder? I wonder. Also, or maybe just Jeff?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, anyway, let's see what's going on.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Anyway, hold on. It's only Monday. We got it's all coming up. Look out. Look out.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Your next vehicle is at Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs. Whether you need a truck that works as hard as you do, an SUV built for family adventures, or a vehicle that makes every commute more enjoyable, you'll find it at Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs.
Shop an outstanding selection of new Ford models, including the F-150, Bronco, Explorer, Escape, and more. Plus a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles.
At Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, our team is committed to making your buying experience quick, easy, and convenient, so you can spend less time at the dealership and more time enjoying the drive.
Start online at JimEllisFordSandySprings.com. Browse inventory, value your trade, explore payment options, even complete your entire purchase from the comfort of home. Discover why so many drivers choose Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs. Visit JimEllisFordSandySprings.com or stop by 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285. Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
Are you ready for the country? Hank Williams Jr. live this Saturday night, Ameris Bank Amphitheater with special guest Sammy Kershaw. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Our founders believed that freedom wasn't just a word, it was a way of life. The freedom to move forward, the freedom to pursue what matters most, the freedom to live fully. But pain has a way of taking those freedoms away. That's why Relief Factor exists. I am a die-hard proponent of this great, wonderful product, Relief Factor. No back pain for me anymore. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based supplement designed to help support a healthy inflammatory response, addressing pain at its source, not just covering it up. Over 1 million Americans have tried Relief Factor, with about 2/3 going on to order more. This year, as we celebrate 250 years of freedom, ask yourself this question: are you living with the freedom you deserve? Relief Factor gives you the opportunity to live pain-free and get back to the life you love. To commemorate our country's birth, they're offering a special patriotic price, just $17.76, so you can celebrate your freedom from pain. Just $17.76 for the 3-week quick start. Visit ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF.
What it is. Just keeping it crunk, you know.
wanna be ballers, shot callers,
That's right, baby.
ballers, who be dipping in the
Little P. Diddy. Is he the guy in jail? Is that the same guy?
Yes.
Sean Combs? Same guy, right? That guy. 2015, P. Diddy was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon in Los Angeles. It occurred at the University of California campus where his son was on the football team. The weapon in question was a kettlebell, which is a weight training weight. P. Diddy's real name is Sean Combs, was released on $160,000 bail, and ever since then has been really a model citizen and turned to a guy. No, he really didn't at all there. In fact, isn't it funny? Is he? He's no longer no appeals going on or anything, I wonder. So I'm glad that's over. All right, birthday. Again, I got to double up. I got a million of them. How about Donald Faison? I like this guy. He plays Chris Turk on Scrubs. 52 years old. Donald Faison. He's that really funny black guy. Is he a comedian or stand-up comedian, I think, by trade? I wonder. He's a very funny actor, very clever actor, and I don't think I've ever... He seems to me like he ought to be doing stand-up stuff. He's really... Donald Faison, 52, and Mary Lynn Race Cub is Chloe on 24. Remember the series 24? She played Chloe. Mary Lynn Race Cub is 55 today, for the record there with the thing. And 1964, here we go. The porn case of Jacobellis versus Ohio, decided by the United States Supreme Court. The case was whether the state of Ohio could ban the showing of a 1958 Louis Malle film, The Lovers, which the state claimed was obscene. Ohio said it's obscene. Can we block theaters from showing it? 1964, Justice Potter Stewart stated that the Constitution protected all obscenity except, quote, hardcore pornography. I shall not today attempt further to define the kinds of material I understand to be embraced within that shorthand description, and perhaps I could never succeed intelligently doing so. But I know it when I see it. And the motion picture involved in this case is not that. And the court ruled the film was not obscene. The famous case where the Supreme Court justice said, I know it when I see it. And that was Douglas in 1964. Anyway, there you go. How times have changed.
Real quick, Shay chimed in and he reminded me that he has a perfect song for you considering what you've been going through. So here we go.
Excellent. Shay and Sean.
Seems like the Kimmer is falling apart. Hemorrhoids and cancer and even his heart. But now it's his teeth that are giving him fits. And those darn ear rockets keep calling it quits. Hey, he's the Kimmer, brash and he's bold. He does what he wants, won't do what he's told. Hey, he's the Kimmer, bold and he's brash. Gonna get a new girlfriend when he gets him some cash.
Very funny. And by the way, he's not live. Over the weekend, my ear rockets stopped working. They wouldn't link up. It was kind of a weird thing, and I had a little trouble with them. And the people here at USA are wonderful. They got me in this morning and took care of everything. But what happened was it just froze. My app. I have an app on my phone to run and control the incredible technology of my ear rockets, my earphone headphone things. What do you call them? Higher nades. And you can adjust them and split the things and the stuff and all that kind of stuff. And the problem is when the app died, I was screwed. I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't do anything. There's absolutely nothing I could do. And so I had to go to the office and get on the computer and everything else. So the high tech, I'm an educated man, but there's no way that I could end up doing that. I couldn't figure it out myself. There was no anyway. So high tech. He's right on the song. Okay, now we mentioned earlier about what the heck's going on with the New York Times and their tranny on Father's Day, and the snotty attitudes and what's going on, and the woke people are going crazy. Well, Flounder, let's play that survey. This morning I heard the Morning Boys doing once again. I guess it's that CNN guy. I didn't hear who it was, but it's again describing a survey of how the socialists are making headway in America, and we know their goal is to change our country and change our culture. And by by the way, this is not just talk show blather going on here. Here's an example of the latest numbers of surveys showing how scary it is what used to be the Democrat Party, the Jew haters, now feel about where they stand in America. Flounder, if you would, the survey from the liberals from 106.3.
When we talk about democratic socialists, how are they viewed inside the Democratic Party?
Yeah, you mentioned New York, you mentioned Vermont. Obviously, there's the D.C. mayor. We've seen it in Pennsylvania as well. The Democratic Socialists seem to be doing considerably better than they used to be, and they have the chance to knock off, in fact, Democratic incumbents in Congress. And part of the reason for that, why we're seeing these Democratic Socialists having such good chances or outright winning nominations, is take a look here. Net favorability among Dems. Democratic Socialists of America, look at that. A plus 17-point net favorability rating among Democrats. That is actually better. That is better than how congressional Democrats are viewed by Democrats at just plus 4 points. So no wonder that Democratic Socialists have such a good chance, because simply put, they are a better brand at this point than Democrats in Congress.
Among Democrats, it's interesting to see who they like more. All right, and you've used this number before. I always find this fascinating. When you compare socialism to capitalism, how are they doing right now?
Yeah, how are they doing right now among Democrats? You see this Democratic Socialists of America more positive than congressional Democrats. And I'll tell you, take a look at the trend line, the favorable rating among Democrats on socialism. And look at this. In 2010, they were about equal. 50% had a favorable view of socialism. 51% said the same about capitalism. But capitalism has absolutely fallen through the floor. Look at this. It's now just 42% of Democrats who have a favorable view of capitalism. Socialism, on the other hand, up like a rocket. Look at this. 2 in 3 Democrats have a favorable view of socialism. So socialism is on the rise among Democrats. Capitalism is on the decline among Democrats. And again, this is part of the longer-term trend in which we are seeing Democratic Socialists doing considerably better among Democrats, electing a mayor right here in New York City, for example.
And as we said, there are primaries next week with Democratic Socialists, self-proclaimed, on the ballot. What are the prediction markets saying about how they may do?
Yeah, this to me is one of the more stunning trends, right, that I have seen in covering politics over the last 15, 16 years. And if you believe the prediction markets, it's not going to just stop suddenly. It may extend into next week, because just take a look at the chance that Democratic Socialists win in Dem primaries, House primaries here in New York. You go to New York 7th District, right? You got a Brooklyn Borough president who at this point looks like an underdog compared to a Democratic Socialist. And then you may get a Democratic incumbent in Northern Manhattan get knocked off. That's closer to a 50-50 race.
Yeah,
but the bottom
we
line
can cut
is
it there,
this.
Flounder. That's fine. The point is well made. 2/3 of American Democrats believe that socialism is the key. They support socialism. I mean, holy smokes. And we got a long way to go. Another political story, which I think bears sharing. Jim Jordan, Judiciary Committee and the Administration Committee, Brian Stell, and Oversight Chairman James Comer have now given the fundraising Democrat arm Act Blue until Friday to come up with the stuff they've been asking for, including statements by 2 members of their legal team for Act Blue, indicating that their fundraising is not legal. They're getting money from overseas donations, which are funneled to Democratic campaigns, just like maybe Senator Johnny Oswald, the temporary senator from Georgia, working with Keisha Bong Bottoms to take over socialism in our state. Act Blue is withholding documents from the committee, covering up the scope and duration of its misconduct. One of their general counsel, a guy resigned because he said this fundraising business of Act Blue is not fully committed to being transparent and pressing concerns. They're screening political donations from abroad and not doing it, and then they're lying about it. And then this guy who brought it to their attention saying, we're not supposed to take foreign money to help Democrats and keep it in secret by the billions of dollars, and he got retaliated against for blowing the whistle. He went. Another one of these guys went before Congress. Their CEO, Regina, remember that chick, the hyphenated chick? She took the Fifth Amendment the whole time. Act Blue has helped Democratic campaigns with $19 billion. $19 billion. $2 billion to the Democrats during the 24 election cycle. And they refused to give up the information about it. Like they can just say, screw you, we're not going to tell you. Oh, okay. I mean, the nerve of these people. Anyway, well, here you go. All right, it's already 4:45. Jeez, I can't believe it. All right, Kimmer Pete Flounder, if you had a happy Father's Day, I'd love to talk about it too, or whatever. I mean, if you want to join us, 404-741-1230. We'll do more political stuff and more Father's Day stuff too, but you'll hear from J.D. Vance and the word salad queen. How could people take this woman seriously? And finally, somebody stood up to a chick at graduation trying to get all woke and political, another Jew hater on college campuses, another Democrat. It's all coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 345, 404-741-1230, 1063. How's your Monday going? Braves in San Diego. Look.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 1063 app.
The warm air, the beautiful weather, and the sounds of baseball. It's got you thinking about hitting the road. And no matter where your adventures take you, Subaru of Gwinnett has a vehicle to get you there safely and in style. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. More than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right-sized SUV for all the adventures ahead with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We're a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Oh, look out, there we go. Little Viva the Coldplay local there. Caught that chick and her boyfriend on camera. 2008 Coldplay went to number 1 on the British singles chart. Viva la Vida Loca. It was their first number 1 hit in Britain, and they made history with a single. Coldplay in 2008 made history because it had no physical CD single release in Britain. It was available only by internet download. Coldplay, Viva la Vida, went to win the Grammy Award for Song of the Year in 2008. Coldplay. And of course, when you hear the name Coldplay, I think of that chick who was cheating on her. Well, I guess they were separated, but either so, they were all cheaters, a bunch of dirty, rotten cheaters. Oh, sorry. Anyway, let's see. A little birthday list. Let's do a birthday list. How about Dan Brown? Dan Brown is the author, 62 years old, known for Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, Inferno, and the fifth book in that series called Origin. You know, I know the movie Da Vinci Code, and I think I saw 10 minutes worth of Angels and Demons. Pete, do you read that stuff? Are you a Dan Brown?
I read the first 2 or 3, yeah.
And a huge successful author. Dan Brown, 62 years old today. And I got to make a little note of that thing. And let's see. It's our history thing here today. 2009, Kodak discontinues Kodachrome. Simon and Garfunkel may have sung Mama Don't Take My Kodachrome Away, but Kodak did it. Since 1888, Eastman Kodak Company's been the best known for its photographic film products, Kodak. By 1976, Kodak had a 90% market share in film sales. By the 1990s, Kodak struggled to keep up with the times, people turning to digital photographs and buying less film. It was Kodak that came up with the main technology used in most digital cameras. Ironically, it cost them their business, but color film. Was on this day in 2009. The company said, well, that's it. We're just not going to make it anymore. We're going to stop our famous Kodachrome color film. And in January 2012, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Today, Kodak is still with us, but now focusing on imaging solutions for businesses.
They have little cameras. You can buy little bitty cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Easy to operate and stuff like that. And Paul Simon sung it, not Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, is that what I said? Oh, yeah, it was Paul Simon, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I was silly. I don't believe I said that. Anyway, I remember that. And again, of course, remember the photo mats. I mean, everything was filmed, pictures. And, when they get the good ones, they keep them. Not ready.
Yeah, all the naked shots, they're looking at them.
And then, of course, even drugstores would have had a photo counter. And
Walmart.
Well, everybody did.
There was a movie with Robin Williams who played a pervert who ran one of those photo mat
I remember.
places. Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I remember there was such a movie. All those little photos. And you know that if you're taking any sexy pictures of your girlfriend or something, you know the guy's keeping a set of them himself.
And that had to be the easiest job in the world, just sitting there and listen to the radio or
just
your Walkman and read a book and hand out the photos when someone came in.
Drive up to you and just here you go.
I bet you didn't even need an ID. You said, so-and-so, I'm here to pick up my photos, and they hand them to you.
Yeah. So it's sure different now. The other day when I got Walgreens told me that my pills were ready. I take my medical pills, and so I pulled up and I gave her my driver's license, and she still wanted to know something. I said, "You got my license. You can see me."
You'll love this. I was over at my sister's with a couple birthday parties in Canton Saturday afternoon. And her boyfriend ordered me some NA beer, Stella Artois. He said,
I've had that.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So the guy had to deliver it, right?
Yeah.
It's non-alcoholic. There's 0 alcohol in it, right? Zero.
I didn't know that, yeah.
The guy, you had to show him your ID. You had to sign for it. He had to look at it and make sure you were a certain age.
With no alcohol in it. What's the point of that?
I know. It's a Georgia law.
For God's sakes.
Yeah.
Well, you got to love it. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Another Father's Day thing. We're going to do more politics here coming up in the Iranian war business and Donald Trump and Carmelis word salad. Unbelievable. But this, I tell you, we're going to Holy Crap of Sports coming up a little later on. And, of course, the U.S. Open golf tournament ended on Father's Day, as it does every year, yesterday. And at Shinnecock Hills, and I'm going to complain later about the golf course. And I mean, I hate courses like that. I would never. If I had to play a course like that forever, I'd give it up. Of course, I'd give it up anyway. But golf fans, I noticed a plane flying around, and some of the shots over Shinnecock Hills at the U.S. Open. And it turns out that there was a plane buzzing the course, towing an advertisement promoting abortion pills by mail on Father's Day. It's a Massachusetts-based nonprofit Oh, it sounds like an NGO getting millions of taxpayer money, called Mayday Health, and they highlight the availability of abortion medication and birth control, and people reacting, seeing this banner, saying, oh my God, how about gross and divisive on Father's Day? Exactly what the group intended. What a shame. Another one said, these kids kept pointing up at the banner, asking, hey, Mommy and Daddy, what does that say? What does that mean? On Father's Day. At the golf course, Family Father's Day, U.S. Open. And so what do you tell your kid? And there's so many golfers and spectators in this business of that who support golf are pretty much tend to be strong in their faith. It flew around for about 90 minutes. And this same group, this Mayday Health business, been doing the same thing for a couple of years. Recently, a couple of years ago, I guess in Mississippi, they had an advertising ploy with billboards telling women how they can terminate their pregnancies. And then they reached a settlement in South Dakota, taking away any signs showing unlawful advertisement about getting rid of your babies. I mean, it's just, at the U.S. Open golf tournament, abortion, how to get abortions on Father's Day.
Complete evil people. They're anti-human. They're anti-earth. They're anti-just life.
Yeah.
They're anti-life.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally hard to believe. I mean, on purpose. They're deliberately.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day. They're still doing anti-ICE protests at that Delaney Hall in New Jersey. They showed up again over the weekend, and on Sunday on Father's Day, once again, they demanded that the ICE facility release all the fathers from custody. Because in honor of Father's Day, they should release all the fathers who are criminals and in there because they broke the law. So supposedly to honor Father's Day, they're actually using it as a dog and pony show spectacle, look at this photo op to try to get their cause again about how much they hate ICE and want to defund the police, especially federal police. Well, what happened was one woman was waving an upside-down American flag, a symbol of dissent or distress, and she blocked the facility. In the meantime, a red Dodge Challenger, talk about a muscle car, drives in and hits her. And she's bouncing, rolling off the car's hood, and people are shouting and screaming. And she said she came all the way from Minnesota and was not seriously injured. She went from Minnesota to New Jersey to protest on Father's Day.
That's a shame. She wasn't badly hurt.
Unfortunately. Yeah. They said, well, the car was driven by a guy who works for the group that supports the facilities. Too bad. I don't blame him. I mean, demand free the dads, close the camps. I mean, come on.
Who paid her to do that too? Find out who's funding this.
You think she paid her own way to go from Minnesota as an obvious protester to New Jersey on Father's Day deliberately? This is a national. That's a national protest.
I think when you cross state lines to do something like that, you put your life in your hands. You take the risk.
Absolutely.
Because that's not your problem.
Yeah.
See, so if more people would pay more attention to their own community and try and fix it instead of worrying what somebody else is doing somewhere else, we'd be much better off.
I was thinking about printing this up. It happened a couple of days ago. Bill Maher. He's really come to the forefront to say, now, wait a minute, you Democrats and liberals, what the hell are you doing? He had Ro Khanna on the other day, and Ro Khanna, this screaming liberal, America-hating, Trump-hating, Jew-hating congressman, was bragging about all the socialists being elected, especially the one that Mondami's hoping for in New York. And Bill Maher said, wait a minute, that guy hangs around with terrorists. What are you saluting the socialists who hang around with terrorists? He's linked to a terrorist. Why are you? This is the new America. Are you kidding? I mean, these people are freaking nuts. And more about Bill Maher, too, about something else, and that's coming up, shutting down some more protesters. How about a Flounder's Funny there, Flounder? And you happy Monday, back to work here.
We grew up the right way. That's why we act right. And as a Southerner, we all knew it took a village. Everybody's allowed to whoop you, wasn't it? Everybody.
Village.
You do something at your friend's house, honey, that mama's coming at you with a spatula. They're like Zorro. That's why I say most soldiers, I don't know if you know this, but in our military, our U.S. military is 85% Southern. That's right. God bless our troops. Why? Because they grew up with original terrorism, honey. When you had to go pick your own switch to be whooped by somebody hours later. Remember that? You wait till they get home, you're going to get your ass beat. And You'd always go out and try to find that brittle one, that dry one that would snap in the wind. My mama would go out and find the greenest one out there, bendy as hell. Just.
I remember my mother made me go get another one time. Used to whip the back of our legs. Oh, man. All right, look out. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. Braves are out of town in San Diego. Night game tonight. And in the meantime, it's Monday, and everybody's back to work. So here we go. Hot and steamy. It's the first day of summer. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Actions, not words. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Vice President J.D. Vance says that's what President Trump is focused on in talks with Iran.
My point is not that I trust or distrust anybody. My point is that I trust actions. And what the president has asked us to do is verify what they're doing, focus less on what they're saying.
Vance leaving Switzerland earlier after what he calls a productive 36 hours, including, he says, an Iran agreement to let UN nuclear inspectors back in. As for unfreezing Iranian assets, Vance says that too depends on continued progress. For now, teams from both sides remain in Switzerland to continue work on technical details of a deal. President Trump just telling reporters moments ago, negotiations are going very well. A new arrest is made in the suspected plot to attack last week's UFC event at the White House.
6 people now in custody regarding this event. Jordan Rinker is being charged in the Western District of Missouri. He's charged with transferring a pump-action shotgun to Abraham Alvarez in Nebraska, who authorities say was the ringleader of this plot.
Fox's David Spunt.
Now, investigators tell Fox the alleged plan was to use drones with explosives to hit buildings near the event, which would force a mass evacuation and steer crowds towards a pre-staged sniper team.
A second wave suspected of planning to storm the White House gate. In addition to the Missouri and Nebraska suspects, the others in custody are from Ohio and California. Just getting word, federal prosecutors are appealing a federal appeals court decision that dismissed a federal indictment against Kilmar Abrego Garcia in Tennessee after he had challenged his controversial deportation to his native El Salvador. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow up 147 points at the bell, but the NASDAQ and the S&P finish in the red. America is listening to Fox News.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to face them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring hope into your everyday life. Whether you're searching for encouragement, biblical wisdom, or practical guidance, intouch.org is here to help you grow closer to God's promises. Discover truth that speaks to your heart. Visit intouch.org today.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
You can't touch this.
Another guy. Bum, bum.
You can't touch this.
That's MC Hammer time. 1992, 3 members of his crew were wounded in a drive-by shooting. 1992. 3 days later, Joseph Mack, a dancer in MC Hammer's entourage, was also shot on stage during a concert in Nevada. This time period, 1992, for MC, it was not a happy time. You can tell. Birthdays. Britt Hume's birthday. 83 years old today. He worked at ABC for almost 25 years, I think. Been with Fox forever, and I think he still shows up once in a while. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's 83, so but he does his political thing. Although
voice of conventional wisdom.
Well, the thing about Britt Hume, and I hate to, the guy's a major, but he never says anything. He'll give an example of like what's going on today. He'll say, the President of the United States is showing his concern to make sure that the Strait of Hormuz is taken care of and that the country never gets a nuclear weapon. So I think those are the issues that will continue today as the talks progress into the future. And I'm like, well, we know that. How didn't know that now?
He's the Adam Schefter of politics.
Jeez. I mean, come on. So? I mean, seriously. It's like he just repeats the news. I mean, it's... I think
New York Giants really want their quarterback to play well this year.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, golly.
Thanks, Adam.
I remember it was like a year or two ago when he had posted something online, a picture, and his web browser had women's underwear or something like that, and he trended for 2 days because of it. Interesting character, that guy.
Britt Hume. I mean, God bless him. He's 83, and what the hell? Excuse me.
He was like the male version of Cokie Roberts.
Yeah.
Who also never added anything. And the only reason she was there because of her daddy.
Yeah.
These Washington Beltway insiders that are basically leeches on the public trough.
Was it Britt Hume that worked for Jack? Who was the famous muckraking columnist? Jack.
Oh God! Yeah, now it's Kirkpatrick.
No,
James Kirkpatrick.
No, I'm not thinking of him. There's a different one. It's Jack. He was a columnist, and not like Walter Winchell, but it was Jackson. And I think Britt Hume used to work for him. I think Britt Hume was like a copy boy or an assistant producer or something for his show. If I'm not mistaken, who the hell was that?
Jack Anderson.
Jack Anderson. Yeah. And I wonder, I'll bet you, in back of my head, I could be way off on this, I'll bet you that Britt Hume once worked for Jack Anderson. I don't know if he was a muckraker, very famous, controversial, the Walter Winchell.
They describe him as a muckraker.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. I guess, just out of my memory from, 50 years ago or more, 60 or 70 years ago for that matter. And I think Britt Hume worked for him. Anyway, kind of weird. Let's see. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I got a cool kind of a history thing for you, too. In 1953, on this day, a newspaper delivery boy started to solve a spy case. A newspaper delivery boy was given a nickel, and he said it felt funny for his newspaper. So he dropped the nickel on the ground, and when it hit, it fell apart. It was hollow inside, a nickel, and it had a tiny piece of what turned out to be microfilm. The boy had been given the nickel earlier as change, and then he thought it was kind of funny, and he dropped it. It broke apart. Tiny microfilm inside. Years later, it was determined that the nickel belonged to Soviet spy Rudolf Abel. Rudolf Abel was exchanged for captured American U-2 pilot Francis Gary Powers, the hollow nickel spy case, because of a newspaper boy found the nickel in 1953. I mean, what a weird turn of events that was. Here we go. Speaking of weird. Okay, first of all, this morning, early this morning, so when I check my news sources and I send them to Flounder and to Pete so they know what I'm be talking about here, and so Flounder could print them up. And the first one that I sent was that Donald Trump is now threatening to blow the shark out of Iran, and so they stormed out of the peace talks. And I go, oh God, here we go. The Iranians claim that Donald Trump entered a difficult phase because he had an insulting message by our U.S. president. So they walked out of the meeting. It was like 80 minutes or something. The hopes of doing something were swiftly dashed, cut off when Donald Trump criticized him. He would have been criticized being too soft. So Donald Trump said, the explicit warning about the diplomats in Switzerland: you won't even make it back to your blanking country if you don't open the straits. If you close it, you won't even have a country. We may take over the strait. If we have to, I'll blow the shark out of them. Well, the Iranian Guard said, we're going to shut down the waterway because of your meanness, and they stopped the peace talks. And it said, if they don't do this, we're going to hit them again harder than we did last time, for sure. Well, then it turns out the latest is that J.D. Vance, who's, he's the peacemaker. He's brought in to be, the adult in the room, I guess. And he's so far, I think he's doing it pretty well. But we're going to play J.D. Vance soundbite here, Flounder. J.D. Vance said the negotiations are going well. We are capturing major objectives. And he said it's not all roses. He put it like this.
I've spent a lot of time dealing with the Iranians over the last few months. Sometimes I find them extremely confusing as negotiators. But look, we had a little press conference. They obviously don't quite have the same First Amendment protections in Iran that we have in the United States of America. We talked to you guys and then had a series of really good meetings. What I did find kind of funny is that after that initial meeting, there was this, sort of social media firestorm where everybody said the Iranians are going to leave, and then we proceeded to talk to them for like the next 9 hours. So I would just encourage the media, mistrust a little bit what you see coming out of Iranian social media. They can be confusing negotiators, but we feel like we're making progress. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Well, in fact, one of the issues was, he hinted at and mentioned earlier, was that there was a photo opportunity where the Iranians claimed that they were very proud of stiffing J.D. Vance, where they refused to shake his hand in a photo op, and they turned their back and stiffed him. Well, that wasn't the photo op. When they had the actual meeting and so forth, they shook hands. They did the thing like they were supposed to. And then later on, they were kind of wandering around and the Iranians pretended that was the photo op so they could tell their people back home that they insulted America by turning their backs on J.D. Vance. Stuff like this. This is what the communication that's making the rounds of the media. So it's kind of hard to figure out. I'm sure they're not telling the truth about everything because, they're negotiating. So you're not going to tell us what's going on. Anyway, that kind of sort of figures. And now, this is unbelievable. Carmela's side piece. She keeps popping up. She was on with Don Lemon, and she talked about the word hope. The word salad came flowing out of her once again. The way to get her to talk like this is just to ask her some kind of philosophical question because she did it again. Flounder, here's former Vice President Carmela Sidepiece, who wanted to be your latex salesman on the Don Lemon show, trying to make sense out of what she thinks about the word hope, I think. Here, we'll try this. See if you can get this.
I really, truly believe this. We each have light inside of us. What? And we need to know that is what inspires our hope as much as anything external to ourselves. And when we feel that and not allow an election or an individual to dampen that light, and instead let that light kind of carry us, in particular through moments of darkness, that we not only act on that hope, but we inspire that hope in each other. And in particular at this moment,
here we go.
It is so important that we not only have hope, but that we understand that should be a verb.
Hope is a verb.
You sure about that?
Some of the reaction. Ooh, good word salad answer that can be summed up in 2 words. Stay positive. Another, when the teacher told you to write a 300-word essay, but you could only think of 100 words, the word is already defined as both a verb and a noun. It's a noun. I have hope she never runs again for any government office, and it's a verb. I hope she never runs for any government office. And Harris said, I've not decided how to be honest with you about a potential run. And then she says, I've been spending time traveling and listening to folks. To folks? Oh, she's trying to be putty-tacked. She's trying to sound black, like Barack Hussein Obama. You're talking to the folks. She's not, oh my God. Let's elect her. All right, 4:13. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's Monday. They're all mercy.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
About half of the people in the United States were opposed to Trump's war in Iran. And I believe the people who were opposed have put our country in grave danger. One of the reasons Trump backed down, and he did back down, was because he didn't have wholehearted support from the people in the United States. So now what do we have? We have Iran that has discovered a great new weapon they can use to manipulate the world, the Strait of Hormuz. When they shut that down, and they've shown that they can, it affects the worldwide economy. How many other nations can make that claim? The one that can is a terrorist harboring collection of Islamic madmen. Here's how it works in the latest scenario. Hezbollah in Lebanon is dedicated to the destruction of Israel. Iran funds Hezbollah. It's an Iranian proxy. So as part of this so-called deal with Trump, Iran demanded that Israel stop attacking Lebanon, which means stop attacking Hezbollah. They're our friends. We don't want you to hurt them while they're trying to destroy you. So this supposed deal goes into effect, and the word is out. Hezbollah, you're on. They start launching rockets into Israel. Israel responds, attacking Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Iran says, okay, deal's off. We're closing the Strait of Hormuz because Israel is attacking Lebanon. Now think how this carries on worldwide. Iran can decide that they want some sort of a foreign policy act out of some nation. They can demand it and threaten to close down the Strait of Hormuz if they don't get it. That's how powerful they're going to be. The solution, the Iran political and military structure must be utterly destroyed. We know damn well a Democrat won't do it. They've said they would. Trump will. The question is, how long is he going to hold back? Will he go ahead even though he doesn't have the support of the entire country? Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
If you want a smart new Toyota with a payment that makes sense, it's time for you to take a look at the 2026 Toyota Corolla. Reliable, efficient, and built for long-term value. It's a great fit for daily driving, commuting, and keeping ownership simple. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we're voted Best of Comp for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. It's the thing that Jared and his people pride themselves on, giving you the best deal and the best service. The well-qualified buyer, 6.49% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Corolla through June 30th. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
6.49% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers are qualified. End 6/30/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Walker. Don't let your lawn take over your free time. Take it back with a Walker mower from Howard Brothers. With incredible cut quality, easy handling, and all-day comfort, Walker mowers turn mowing into something you can actually enjoy. Whether you're a homeowner or a professional, Walker delivers the performance that keeps your lawn looking its best. Stop by Howard Brothers today and find the Walker that fits your property. The grass is always greener with Walker mowers and Howard Brothers.
Hello, folks. This is your captain speaking. As we prepare to take off, I'd like you to draw your attention to the dimmed lights, lit candles, and soothing sounds of smooth jazz. We'll be making love shortly and taking off in just a moment. Please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. And this is your captain speaking again. As you can see, we're experiencing engine failure. Looks like we're not going to get this bird off the ground tonight.
Sound like your sex life? Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? If you're struggling with ED, we understand the feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there is help. You need Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They specialize in treatments like the P-Shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimix. Schedule your appointment today. Call 404-777-1911 and learn more online at tbtofga.com.
See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds, to my mother, my dog, and clowns.
David Bowie, he's got the whole outer space thing going there.
'Cause I wrote it 10 times
1973, Mr. Bowie released a single, Life on Mars. Peaked at number 3 in Britain. The track was first released 2 years earlier in 71 on the album Hunky Dory. And it features guest piano work by Yes keyboardist Rick Wakeman. And I don't know when this line's going to come up. There is a line in this song, Life on Mars. Look at those cavemen go. And I'll bet everybody of a certain age knows where that came from. A reference to the song Alley-Oop, a one-off hit in 1960 for the American doo-wop band, the Hollywood Argyles. Look at that, caveman go. Remember that? In the 60s, 1960. David Bowie, anyway. 73, Life on Mars. Mercy. By the way, I'm going to actually my birthday list. I'm going to include a birthday list and as a history thing too, because this is a weird story. Chris Christopherson is 90 years old today. Wow, I mean, good for him. But long before he was a country music icon, Chris Christopherson was a former Army captain and helicopter pilot who gave up his promising military career, including an offer to teach at West Point. And instead, he said no, he'd rather sweep floors at Columbia Recording Studios in Nashville because he wanted to get into music. Desperate to have his music heard by Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, flying commercial helicopters for oil rigs at the time, landed his helicopter on Johnny Cash's front lawn in Hendersonville, Tennessee, with a demo tape in his hand. What's that?
Kimmer. He's been dead a couple of years now.
Chris Christopherson?
Yeah, he died a couple years ago.
That can't be good. Well, crap. I was going to go to the whole story about, he had his father was...
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, well...
So scrap it.
Oh,
he's
God,
dead
crap.
at 88.
Well, now I got to do it. Well, I owe you a double history. I don't do a different birthday. Screw it. Hey, could have stuck around, Chris. You're doing this freaking story. Now you're embarrassing me. It's like you came in from the dead to embarrass the camera on my own show. God.
A simple Google search.
Well, sometimes... I've had a bad life, but I'm just everything's. I don't know what's going on. My freaking cookies are in the refrigerator. I had my ear things. I had to stuff it.
Okay,
I mean, just
look at it this way:
cars in
you
the
go home, you're gonna have fresh cookies waiting for you when you get home.
That's all I'm having for dinner. In fact, I may put it on video. I may have the whole. I have a plate of every cookie I have and have them all. And now, something you'll really enjoy. Sorry, freaking losing it. National Kissing Day. Oh, you know what? I've got something here I've been saving. I'm going to do for longer. By the way, we have a game coming. You want to do a game? Or you want to do it next hour? You want to do a game? We'll do a game here in a second. While you're getting your game ready, and Flounder has a little game thing. And I'm sorry about the Chris Christopherson. I don't know why I thought he was still alive. Some time ago, a friend of mine sent me... here it is. Here it is. A friend of mine sent me a picture of a United States Marine and a tiny little story here about a gentleman at the age of 18 years old, Donnie Dunnigan, in 1952. Donnie Dunnigan, at 18 years old, Korean wartime, became the Marine Corps' youngest ever drill instructor. 1952 at 18. Later, he served 3 tours in Vietnam, was wounded several times, earning 3 Purple Hearts, and all the while, this Marine Corps drill instructor, wounded, hero, multiple Purple Hearts awards, was the child voice actor behind Disney's Bambi. I mean, what a change from when he was a child. He did the voice of Bambi, and in 1952 he was the youngest Marine Corps drill instructor and got shot in Vietnam 3 different times. Holy smokes! Anyway, and again, his name is Donnie Dunnigan. There you go. Now, do we have a little thing there, Flounder? Are you? Did we hear the thing with the thing? You probably didn't hear the thing there with the thing. Here we go. Hold on, standing by. There we go now. Hey, Johnny Olson, who's the latest contestant? Holy crap, Pete Davis has a game.
Well, it's Are You Smarter Than a College Student, our 250th anniversary edition, but we have no college student in there.
They're avoiding the Kimmer Show. They get in here once and then they say, I'm not coming back.
We laughed about he ain't coming back.
He's not coming back.
All right.
Matthew's
so it's just going to be between Kimmer and Flounder today.
Okay.
It's old
Oh,
stuff.
boy. Well, congratulations.
All
Flounder
right.
wins again.
These are all about the United States of America, and historians say that the first 9 of these questions are easy.
Does he say that? Yeah, okay.
So, it says whoever yells it out first, the correct answer.
All right, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
True or false?
Yeah.
The U.S. Constitution is the world's longest standing surviving written charter of government.
True.
Flounder?
I was going to say true.
We're
well,
both
it's
right.
true, but Kemmer did it first.
Yeah, but he knew
That's
that. It was both right.
What
sure.
explorer is America named after?
Americo Vespucci.
Very good. Kemmer jumps out to a 2-0 lead there. Who's credited with sewing the first American flag?
Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross.
Gotta be quicker
Screw
on the
you,
draw
man.
here. Who are the only 2 non-presidents who appear on our currency?
Ben
On the
Franklin
paper.
and oh crap.
Flounder? You got a chance to jump in here.
Oh, trying to think. Abe is one. George is one. Andrew Jackson's one. Who's on the $10 bill?
I can't remember. Great question.
You give up?
There's a bar bet. Who?
Alexander Hamilton.
Oh yeah, of course, the father of our money system.
And of course, Susan B. was on a coin.
That's true. That's true. Another one. That's true also. Good bar bet question right there.
Yeah. What song contains the lyrics for Amber Waves of Grain?
America the Beautiful.
All right. Dang, Kimmer.
Mr. America over here.
Seriously. Captain America. When did the U.S. officially get involved in World War I?
1915.
Nope.
16.
Nope.
17.
Flounder gets one.
Yes!
1917. All right.
When we
It's on
got
the
involved,
board.
that was a trick question. Yes.
Put it on the board. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Which type of alcohol is distinctive to the United States?
Grain
Beer?
alcohol.
Nope.
Crap.
Bourbon?
What kind of bourbon?
Oh, Kentucky bourbon.
That's right. So you both get a point because you both kind of got that right there. Who was the King of England during the American Revolution?
King George.
Nope.
King Louis.
Nope.
Well, now wait a minute.
King Charles?
Nope. You give up?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. All right, who?
King George III.
So
That's
so that
right.
was a King George, but I didn't get the number.
That's
'cause
right.
Well, he's only one at a
different,
time.
yes.
Oh, I got
That's true.
screwed on that one.
True or false? Apple pie was invented in the good old U.S. of A.
False.
True.
False. It was invented, the first recipe written in 1381 in England.
That's right.
All right. And final question here.
Yeah.
What was the only state to have ever been ruled by a queen? And by queen, I mean a natural female and not a gay president who liked to play dress up in the White House. I'm looking at you, James Buchanan.
Virginia.
No.
Maryland?
Not Maryland. It's usually the answer to every state question I give, and you guys miss it every time.
New York.
No.
Well, crap. Mississippi. I know it's not Mississippi.
No.
Louisiana.
Florida?
Oh, Louisiana.
No.
Well, Florida. St. Augustine.
No.
Well, crap. Oh, Hawaii. That's right. The Queen Hawaii girl. I remember.
I wave this flag every time.
Queen
It's always Hawaii.
Wukalaka. That's a queen, famous queen.
Oh, Kemmer got that one 7-2,
Well,
Flounder.
yeah, but that's,
That wasn't good. That's not good.
No,
that was all guesses. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
American history. Did they teach American history where you went to school, Flounder? Did they do that a lot?
Yes, they did. Actually, my 8th grade teacher was an awesome history teacher. He's one of the teachers I actually remember who made teaching fun.
Oh. What was his name?
His name was Mr. Gurgle.
Well, Mr. Gurgle's somewhere in a corner weeping right now.
It was pretty cool though. Like when you walked into his classroom, all around the wall, on the top around it, he had history starting from the Civil War up until I want to say maybe when I don't know if it was when Reagan became president or something like that, but it was kind of neat. He had a whole timeline of history in the room.
Cool. Yeah, that's as it should be. And again, I love history now. I love doing my history, looking at my history things, and because it's really interesting to me. I hated history. In fact, the only when I went back to college, I did 4 years and 2 years. The only class I got a C in fact, I might have gotten a D, was history. With an A average and one D. Anyway,
it's a fun. People don't realize how much of an impact we had in World War I. It started in 1914. We didn't enter it till 1917, and the damn thing entered. Basically ended the next year.
Yeah, it was like 18 months or something. I recall something like that. Yeah. Wow. Cool. All right. Kimmer Pete Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And again, more on Bill Maher. He actually, on his crowd, he had a guest on and he said they were talking about the Obama mausoleum, a crematorium that he's got going. And the crowd said, how many people are excited about Obama saying you're going to visit Obama's friend? They all cheered, yeah, we're all going to go. And he said, you blanking lion. You're not going to go to Obama's Civic Center crematorium. You're all freaking liars. I mean, he's really turning it on to these phony freaking Democrats. You're not going to go see that monstrosity. Pretty funny. Anyways, 4:30 already. Kimmer Pete and Flounder, how you doing? It's Monday. What do you expect? Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Celebrate the Red, White, and Braves during Independence Week at Truist Park, June 30th through July 6th, when the Cardinals and Mets come to town. Fans can enjoy tickets for $17.76. 3 giveaways, including the throwback corduroy cap presented by Napa, and join us on July 4th for freedom, fireworks, and fastballs. Start your day at the pregame block party and end it with a mega fireworks show after the game. Check out the fun and get your tickets at braves.com/independence.
This is Tom, the honest car guy, and we got a surprise call in from a customer of ours, Travis, out in Jefferson, Georgia. Travis, good to hear from you, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about the experience you had with me at the honest car guy?
The whole experience, honestly, was one of the smoothest car experiences that we've ever gone through, meaning that there's no pressure. There's no runaround. It's just straight up honest service. The price that you guys present or find for you, that's what you are going to pay. And you just get a great deal. I've been educated to a newer process of the car dealership game. You guys have not come in and you're setting the benchmark for how car dealing and car buying and car selling really should be.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
When you sign your company's insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. We'll see you again a year later. Time for renewal. What do you say we play golf? Your business runs all year, and the gaps and the risk run all year too. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex just to buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At SuperSure, you can access tools like Fine Print Facts, which translates a current policy into plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is actually worth so you know what you actually need to protect. So go to supersure.com/Beck right now. One super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. That's supersure.com/Beck.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
We're going to have to do away with this.
To the Kimmer Show halftime
whistling
update. Let's check in with Pete on the scoreboard.
Counting
Stories
numbers,
prepared
things like
versus
numbers.
Stories actually
the
covered.
news, the numbers not a thing. It's the content makes a difference.
Of the 14 stories.
Well, I took it easy on
Too
it.
bad you the flounder with this
Well, it
one.
was early, 5:30 in the morning. It's too.
How many you think you've done?
I've done 9 and a half. I was working on number 10. I got it right
you
here.
have not done 9.
Oh,
You have not done.
How many have I done? Actually, I've
11.
done a lot. I've done a lot. I know. I can't believe it myself.
You did 11.
I know. I don't like that trend
That's
at all.
a record.
I really don't like that trend at all. I kind of like being able to just kind of let the flow go there or something here.
Lollygag.
I'm
for half the show.
lollygagging. You lollygagger. In
makes you men.
baseball movie. Lollygaggers. What's a lollygagger? Is a lollygagger or lollygaggers? What a
Gold
great
dart.
word. Let's see. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Birthdays include the disgusting Elizabeth Warren, 77 years old today. Pretended she was an Indian, used it to get, was it Harvard University that hired her to do things because she was a Native American? And, of course, she has no more Indian blood than we do. Anyway, the fraud. And by the way, another freaking socialist in America. We talked about the move towards socialism. She's supporting all those socialists. Keep winning. And they're going to be winning in New York, too. I mean, they're all over the place, and she's happy about it. Anyway, Elizabeth Warren, 77. And let's see. Graham Greene, who was in Dances with Wolves, very famous actor, 74. Graham Greene, years old today. And on this day in history, 1633, the astronomer Galileo Galilei is sentenced to prison by the Roman Inquisition for teaching that the Earth revolves around the sun. That's heliocentrism, that the Earth revolves around the sun. 1615, the Roman Inquisition determined that heliocentrism contradicted the Holy Scripture, citing biblical passages such as Psalms 93:1, Chronicles, the world is firmly established, it cannot be moved. The Lord set the earth on its foundations, it can never be moved. And Ecclesiastes, the sun rises and sets and returns to its place. Galileo's dialogue concerning the two chief world systems supported heliocentrism and appeared to attack Pope Urban VIII. For his indiscretion, Pope Urban VIII had him brought before the Roman Inquisition, threatened to torture him, and Galileo said, "Oh no, you thought it's the sun? No, we're not. The sun is the one. We're the. You must have misunderstood or something." So instead, he said, "Well, I recant." So they sentenced him to house arrest for life.
Yeah,
and forbade him from publishing any of his works. As of 1990, the church still showed support for Galileo's prosecution, as evidenced in a speech by Cardinal Ratzinger, who became Pope Benedict the 8th or 9th, or whatever, 5, 11 or whatever, in which he stated, "Her Roman Catholic Church, her verdict against Galileo was rational and just, and the revision of this verdict can be justified only on the grounds of what is politically opportune." That was 1990. 1992, though, the Catholic Church admitted, no, that you're wrong. I'm sorry, we can't.
Remember that the next time Pope bows off about something.
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't pay any attention to him. By the way, I didn't have time to correct you because you're 2 for 2.
I know what I do.
Clint actually had time to write me since you were doing a 10-minute Galileo repost there.
Sorry, yes, I did. Yes.
Graham Greene died last year.
Oh, God, all right. For now, I'm grokking everything. I have like 3 or 4 different sources, and when they all pull up, you'd think one of them would have it right over the last time they printed this stuff. I don't like this at all, I'm telling you. Uh-oh, we lost our TV. Oh, here we go. Phone call, Mr. Phone's ringing.
Adam in Sandy Springs.
Adam, welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday. What's up?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon. Semper Fi. Yeah, have you noticed for the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 days, about 90% of the liberal media has been focusing on the algae in the reflecting pool.
Yeah, exactly.
There's illegal aliens still committing crime, but they're still worried about that. But there was, in 2012, I think, Obama spent over $34 million on the reflecting pool, and they only had probably a couple stories on that, so it's all their Trump derangement.
Well, in fact, what makes it even worse, Adam, is when you realize the mainstream media is not even talking about Tulsi Gabbard releasing information about Fauci and showing, and there's even more coming out. There's now a woman writing books about this stuff, about the incredible cover-up by the federal government to protect Fauci. And, of course, the fact that he was pardoned by, President Otto Penn Cadaver. But still, all the major news events going on, and they're trying to find a way. And then they pull Donald Trump's, arresting people for vandalism, although the one guy they got, the American canoeist, he's denying he did. But anyway, they're taking this very seriously. But still, it figures people are pouring bad things into the pool to try to make it look bad, and then so the media can talk about it as opposed to talking about the issues of what the hell's going on for real. I mean, it's really disgusting because they do it on purpose. They have they have producers meetings in the morning. And I've done this for, with network stuff. And they say, okay, we're going to do this, and this. They assign all the stories. They assign all the content before they even go out to cover the story because they know what they want. And this is how it ends up this way. This is it.
And one last thing, there was a woman, or a few of them, walking around the reflecting pool that said Team Algae.
Yeah. It's just, they can't help themselves. And it's only getting worse. And I don't know whether if J.D. Vance or Mark O or somebody's going to be the next president, whether it's ever going to end or whether this is just the beginning of the way they're going to try to start treating people in this country who believe in old-fashioned values. I don't know. All
right, guys. Semper Fi.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it, man. I'm seriously, I'm at a loss to figure out what the hell they're trying to do.
Be a second civil war, but this time will be brought upon by the progressives, who will be the ones doing the states' rights because they don't agree with the federal government.
Yeah.
So they're just going to pull their states' rights stuff, which is what started it last time. Slavery was the key, but states' rights was the reason they did it. And here we're going to have the left doing the states' rights this time instead of the other side.
Well, look at the growing number of two things. The growing number of socialists who are making political headway and getting elected and being part of school boards and city councils. And, they're all, we see them on the news. If you watch Fox News, at least they show them all the time. And the other thing is the number, the exploding number of mosques and Islamic learning centers being
and the
part
scary
of
thing is the left is now aligned with these exploding mosques,
right?
Literally sometimes,
yes.
And they have nothing in common. And if one gets more power than the other, they'll kill the other side.
Well,
but right now, they're bedfellows.
Yeah. And again, it's all Trump derangement. It's all anything they can do to stop any conservative movement by the president and the people who support him. I mean, it's unbelievable, and it's growing. It's real. It's here. I mean, just look around. It's astounding. In fact, more college campus stuff. I'm glad that this finally got some activity. I saw the video about this thing, a commencement ceremony at the Seattle University. A guy named Shane Martin was, he was the provost marshal, the provost at Seattle University, and there was a woman named Sumayya Osman at the commencement ceremony who was trying to show and wave a Jew-hating Palestinian flag at her commencement ceremony when she came up to get a handshake and her diploma. So as she tried to unfurl the flag, he grabbed the flag, trying to hide it out of the shot. They wrestled over the flag, and then they actually did pose for a picture, for her graduation picture, and then the provost held her arm and ushered her off the stage.
Good.
Now, two things. She brandished the flag as she made her way off. Finally, she did get to show it. And then she complained that she said, he grabbed me. He's not supposed to touch me. I'm Muslim. A man can't touch me unless I want him to, and I'm not going to shake hands either. He never should have shaken my hand or anything. We're not supposed to touch ever the man, And she said, I told him I don't shake hands because he's a man and I'm a Muslim. But then he proceeded to try to take my flag aggressively and asked somebody, gee, and here's a girl now saying, I asked the person next to me, do you think anything's going to happen to me? I'm afraid. What if the ceremony ends and they pull me aside and do something and something happens to me? For God's sakes. Now, here's the part I don't get. This guy who did it, he now has said, as a leader in faith-based institution, I have deep respect for many religious traditions. If I had known that this woman did not want to be touched, I would have honored the request just as I did for others. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding and regret that this event has taken attention away from the overall commencement and the So in other words, he apologized. He apologized for touching her, but not for trying to stop the flag thing. But isn't that, I mean, good for him. I mean, and by the way, that shows his respect for religion and respect for people,
That's
individuals,
true, but this
and so
is
forth.
America, honey.
This is different, baby. Yeah. You pull that crap in, you're going to get what you get.
You screw up, everybody else is going to be escorted out by their arm, and you're no better than anybody else. I don't care what your friggin' religion is. If you act up and you break the rules, you get escorted out by the arm.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you worship, whether it's a twig or a god.
Yeah. You can't touch me because I'm a Muslim.
Bite me. Watch this.
It's Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's Monday, beautiful, hot,
Let Allah step in and stop me.
Yeah, there you go. It's the first full day of summer. Summer 26. Here we go. The longest day of the year was yesterday, the summer solstice. All right, look out. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here we go.
Extra 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
The warm air, the beautiful weather, and the sounds of baseball. It's got you thinking about hitting the road. And no matter where your adventures take you, Subaru of Gwinnett has a vehicle to get you there safely and in style. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. More than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right-sized SUV for all the adventures ahead with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Of all the radio ads I've ever done, I only advertised one thing that I think saved my life. My CPAP machine, sleep apnea. And I found the best CPAP dealer out there ever, Roddy, at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. CPAPsETC.com. Everything you need, all the supplies, shipped anywhere at a price that often beats insurance. CPAPsETC.com. Go take a peek now.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Here we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss a downer here. Well, it's kind of a downer. The man died. Oh, sorry.
People say I'm crazy.
Yeah, they are. You're crazy. A guy shot you. 1981, Mark Chapman pleaded guilty to murdering John Lennon. Year before, 1980. Chapman later sentenced to 20 years to life. And now I've forgotten this latest thing. Is he now back with mommy? Didn't they let him go live with mommy now?
No, he's never getting out.
He's never getting out.
Hinckley that got out.
Oh, Hinckley, that's right. I'm confused.
I hope he's not out.
No, I can't imagine. I don't think so. I don't think anybody would be.
Should be dead.
Yeah, he would be. If he got out, I'm pretty sure that something bad would happen. I don't know. Just saying.
Yoko would have him.
Yoko would definitely have him killed. But, I'd probably get advice from Hillary because I know she can get the job done in a top 10. Kimmer Payne Flounder, how you doing? Our birthday list includes the disgusting Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, the actress. Oh, I didn't write down. Isn't that funny? When I do my birthdays, I do my list at home and write down their ages, and then I transfer it to my stuff here, and I forgot to write down her age on the transfer paper, so I'm looking at my old one. She's 77. Meryl Streep is 77. I think she's in Harvey Rapestein's top 10 couch concubines, if I'm not mistaken. She was one of his favorites. Her movies include, possibly, her movies include Kramer versus Kramer, Sophie's Choice, Devil Wears Prada, Silkwood, Deer Hunter, Julia Childs versus Julia, or whatever that thing was. Her Meryl Streep, 77 years old today. And let's see. I got a little history thing. Mr. Phone went black on me for a second. Here we go. On this day in 1611, the Henry Hudson crew had it up to here. Hudson had wanted to continue searching for a northwest passage when he actually got trapped by winter ice in Hudson Bay. The crew was starving, so they set about a mutiny, and they mutinied against the captain, English navigator Henry Hudson. They set him and his teenage son and 7 supporters adrift in a small, open boat. Henry Hudson and his son and the others were never seen again. 2 years earlier, he sailed to the Americas, finding a northwest passage to Asia. He entered the present-day Chesapeake, Delaware, and New York Bays, became the first European to ascend what is now Hudson River. His voyage was financed by the Dutch, so Holland claimed to own it. With the coming of summer, they mutinied against him. The crew of Discovery later returned to England, and they were arrested for mutiny. Although they were tried, they were never convicted or punished. And Henry Hudson and his son were never seen again. Yada-ta-da, yada-ta-da-ta-ta. Oh, by the way, speaking of weird foreigners and stuff, when this happened last night or this morning, a story came out about that woke British Prime Minister Starmer, that he resigned, and I thought, it's a huge story, the British Prime Ministers, and then I realized, now wait a minute, they've had 7 Prime Ministers in 10 years.
Well, he's the worst. He's the worst.
They do this all the. But what kind of a system is it? So now they have to have another I guess they just elected from the Parliament, right? They don't have a national election.
No,
I guess
they do a national election.
Well,
a national election?
Yeah, but you do this every 14 months. You have another election.
Well, John Major was in it for years. Margaret Thatcher was in there for years. Sometimes they're in there for years.
Well, there were, other than those, there were 7 in the last 10.
It seems a little, just because somebody's unpopular at the moment, they can be kicked out. That seems a little flighty, but then they look at us and they go, well, you guys are too, solidified. You're stuck with them for 4 years.
Yeah,
so
but can you imagine if and again, the reason that he resigned is because he lost support. Well, hell, Donald Trump doesn't have support from most anybody. Can you imagine?
But Starmer lost support in his own party. It took him too long to get there, but he's lost his own support with his own people.
Yeah, and again, I'm not even sure because he was the Labor Party, and isn't it now the Green New Deal people are ticked off? It's even gotten farther left, I think. Do I understand that correctly?
Who want to take their country back? I forget the names of the two parties that are there that want to become more conservative and want to get rid of all this immigration BS.
Yeah,
and get the replacement culture. They're trying to replace them. They're upset with that too.
Yeah, but I think they're on the outs. I think the left has taken so much control that I think my guess is that they'll be even worse off trying to get rid of the immigrants who are the rape gangs and stuff like that. In fact, I looked there a couple of quick things here on the Babylon Bee today, which I look at all the time, because I love it very much. The Babylon Bee, for example, says British tourists to the soccer games are pleasantly surprised by quality of American food and lack of rape gangs. Let's see. There's one here. Well, no, I can't find it. Thing. Obama Library cruelly disenfranchises millions of black Americans by requiring a photo ID for entry, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so Starmer's out, and I guess I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't really care any more than I care about the royal family. And boy, they're in the news all the time now on the New York Post, and of course the American link with that actress girl who chopped off Harry's singer. Anyway. We're going to talk Holy Crap at Sports coming. I got a lot of comments about what's going on with the U.S. Open. I hate that kind of golf course, and they had to trick it up to make it deliberately ridiculous. But anyway, we've got a whole bunch of thing about that, and also the business about what that helicopter flying over. He just joined us. We'll talk about that a little later on too. And speaking of the soccer thing, again, Pete will tell you I don't watch the soccer games. I love anytime they have a video of how these foreigners are enjoying America. I love that. I just think it's great. Makes me happy. And I hope people enjoy it and understand this is a real good thing for us. But there's now video of SoFi Stadium, and where is SoFi Stadium? L.A.? Englewood. And for the second straight World Cup match, Iranian supporters are flooding the stands with their original lion and sun flag, even though the FIFA people have demanded they don't use any symbols in the tournament when Iran's playing. Well, that didn't work. These signs and the flags are everywhere. Banners, shirts, signs. A huge backlash against Iran's ruling regime going through what they're going through right now. When the anthem of the Islamic Republic played over the loudspeakers, there was a deafening wave of boos. And they kept saying, where's Rashid Mazari, the former Iran national team goalkeeper whose detention became a rallying cry when he blasted the regime? Tensions boiling over. A fan wearing an Iran shirt was arrested and escorted out by law enforcement. I mean, here we go. But again, it's good. It's world stuff. It's, it's time to show your thing. And I'm glad that I hope this does something. If nothing else, I don't know. Oh, by the way, speaking of, we got a Founders Funny coming up here in a second. Have you heard now the latest on Ilhan Omar, the woman who married her brother to get into America? Remember they were worth $30 million or $60 million a year ago? Now she says, well, actually, they have net worth now. She has more debt. They have debt of $100,000 and only make $20,000, and her husband now makes $200 a year. After having a company that's worth $65 million a year ago. Suddenly they're broke. Proving that they are not millionaires like everybody said. Anyway, Flounder, we got Flounder's Funny back there. Let's see what's going on here.
Just found out my college girlfriend needs a kidney transplant, and I'm not really worried because her body hasn't rejected an organ in 25 years. So no, not fair. Actually, in all fairness to her, she could probably count every guy she's ever slept with on one hand if she was holding a calculator, but I'm not better. I'm not a better guy. I'm not. 2 weeks after she dumped me, I was fortunate enough to see her get hit by a snowplow. And that was awkward for me because I had never driven a snowplow before. She had been plowed many times. It was new to me. And people ask me all the time if I still miss her, and I do because I haven't had the scope on my rifle adjuster, but I'll get her. I just have to put her behind me and slam it into reverse, but she's quick. And found out she was dating some French guy, some guy named Fiance. So pretty sure it's over.
And who is that?
That's Mr. Tom Cutter.
Tom Cutter. I don't know Mr. Cutter. That's pretty cool. Kimmer Peen Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Did you see the video of the story about the truck carrying millions of bees? Got into an accident, got plowed, and the bees got out. Millions of bees, and they showed the beekeepers were called in from everywhere to try to round them up, and you can see these huge bee jumping things all over trees. Oh man, one guy got stung, but mostly it turned out okay. Millions of bees on the highway. All right, look out, it's 5 o'clock already. Holy crap, but sports is coming up. We got tweets and we got you on 106.3. Look out.
Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
An optimistic view from the Oval Office. Lisa Brady, Fox News. After weekend talks between the U.S. and Iran.
We're doing very well in terms of negotiating a fair and reasonable deal.
President Trump says that includes an open Strait of Hormuz, calling the amount of oil getting through now a gusher. The president also says unfrozen Iranian assets are supposed to help the Iranian people, mainly through purchases from American farmers, which also means helping the U.S. economy. He says the money is not to be used to help rebuild the Iranian military, telling reporters,
if Iran doesn't live up to their agreement, or if they're not behaving, I will do what I have to do.
The U.S. Treasury issuing a 60-day license waiving sanctions on Iranian oil as part of the interim agreement with Iran, allowing sales and imports into the U.S. But Vice President J.D. Vance, who was part of the weekend talks in Switzerland, says Iran will only reap the benefits of a deal if there's continued progress in the talks on a final nuclear deal. Vance says Iran has agreed to let UN inspectors back into the country.
Whether good faith or bad faith, you can't trust anybody's words. You have to trust what they actually do. Letting in the inspectors is a big deal, but again, we're going to see what they actually let the inspectors do once they're in the country. That's going to continually be a part of our negotiations.
Speaking to reporters earlier today, just before he left Switzerland, where technical teams for both sides remain for more talks. President Trump blames vandalism for damage to the newly renovated Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool.
We have I think 290, 300-foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind.
Directing reporters seeking evidence to the Parks Department and saying several people are under arrest with others under investigation. He suggests the peeling of the pool's new dark blue paint was intentional. The pool is also turned green from algae. America is listening to Fox News.
Feeling uncertain by life's challenges? Discover timeless truth and encouragement with In Touch Ministries, guiding you every step of the way. At intouch.org, you'll discover encouragement that lasts. With powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith, you'll find hope and wisdom for every season of your life. Don't wait. Visit intouch.org today and let God's Word inspire your journey. That's intouch.org.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK, LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Let's get it together, ladies. left shoulder, right oblique, ready on your dog target. Who, hair, hello, hair, early, road guards out. Who, hair, hello, hair. Look out, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder and you on 106.3. How's your Monday going after Father's Day? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Glad to have you join you. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. Braves are out of town in San Diego. We'll talk more about that. There's a lot of soccer stuff coming up. Also, I have a lot of problems with the U.S. Open golf tournament. It's fun to watch because it was ridiculous. But that's the only thing about the U.S. Open is they always have to trick it up. And it's just looked like idiots out there. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. And if you just tuned in or just getting out of work, a couple of update things. Alan Greenspan passed away today. He was 100 years old. Led the Fed as the chief for about 20 years. Was appointed originally, I think, in 87 by President Reagan. And they say here that he spanned some of the most dramatic moments in history, including the 87 stock market crash, the Asian financial crisis, dot-com boom and bust after September 11th. His reputation tainted by the global financial crisis, which struck a decade later, because he was supposed to know about all this kind of stuff. Alan Greenspan used to play the clarinet and the saxophone, studied music, and then earned advanced degrees in economics and went on to that decision by President Reagan in 87 at the Fed. And also Clive Davis passed away. Alan Greenspan was 100. Clive Davis just died at 94. And he was a legendary music promoter and record company owner and founder and so forth. And Whitney Houston and Springsteen, Cheat Sting were some of his people that he brought to happiness and goodness. Anyway, so for the record. Let's see, Father's Day stuff. We talk about wokeness. And I'm going to say this again because I think, well, I don't want to talk about Gisele Bündchen again. I was going to talk about how she stiffed Tom Brady on Father's Day, just using Father's Day to celebrate her new husband, claiming that he showed by example the values of love and humility and integrity and discipline and kindness and consistency. Completely said nothing about the father of the children and her. I mean, it's just nasty. I don't know why you have to get that nasty. And then you look at we were talking about wokeness, and here we go with the New York Times. The trans dad article. The headline itself, "To my daughter, my gender was never complicated." In comic strip form, the article written by Zach Elams, a woman who identifies as a man, and she writes about experiencing raising a daughter while navigating gender problems. So one of the everyday setting questions of the comic strip form said, a little girl, "How long did you have breasts for, Dad?" the daughter asks. So they're walking down the street. Another scene at the pool. The child says, "How can you grow a mustache if you were a lady?" And then the little girl is on a playground telling another child, "I want to grow a beard when I grow up." The other child says, "You can't grow a beard, you're a girl." And the daughter says, "Well, my dad did, and he was a girl." So here we have two children embracing the issue of deciding how to use your gender one way or another on Father's Day. And a lot of reaction to this one. This is how they envision corrupting our children. Father's Day. The New York Times celebrating Father's Day by saluting the real heroes, left-wing gender goblins who think mentally ill women mutilating themselves, maintaining hormone injections, mainlining them, playing daddy dress-up are the true embodiment of fatherhood. New York Times on Father's Day celebrating gender-confused mothers. Wokeness may be limping a bit from injuries, but it isn't dead. The New York Times reminds us all that they hate actual fathers on Father's Day. It's astounding.
Yeah, all they like is the freaks. Are they writing just for the freaks now? Is that their entire constituency at the New York Times? Just the weirdos and the freaks and the wokies?
Isn't the New York Times, is it just totally privately owned? Don't they have stock holders, and isn't somebody reacting to all that? I mean, this is really amazing. The New York Times. But it's not, it's not surprising the wokeness going on. In fact, just in, there's a little reaction now to False Walsh, the disgraceful governor of Minnesota, the dancing, glad hands waving Tinkerbell fairy boy, who turned his back on his troops, lied about having a weapon in war, and false valor as a military, turned his back on his National Guardsmen when they were going to war. A slime bag in every way. He's the guy in Minnesota. Let's not forget, he set up a think line during COVID. He actually set up a telephone line where neighbors could tattletale on neighbors if they were outside on their porches without a mask.
Yeah. That's what Nazis do. That's what the Stasi did in East Germany.
Yeah, and so
KGB did.
Yeah, I mean, that's telling on your family, on your neighbors. Well, here we go. Whoopsie daisy. No, hold on. It just went back on me. False Walsh. Oh no, my Mr. Phone went. Here we go. Oh, you dirty rat. Here we go. Oh, my God. It just... well, I'll use it on this one. My phone is no longer covering the story. Oh, this is unbelievable. Anyway, well, I'll do it. Oh, here we go. All right, I got it over here. False Walsh. This is amazing. Minnesota Democrat Governor False Walsh takes a jab at Donald Trump over the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. Again, that's all the Democrats want to talk about. They're doing live shots on how green it got because the algae's back, claiming Donald Trump is a fake and he blew the whole thing. So False Walsh is saying, hey, they found an imaginary problem, said only they could fix it, didn't listen to experts, hire buddies who grifted millions, failed miserably, bragged how great it went, said False Walsh. The presidency of Donald Trump in a nutshell. Well, a lot of folks looked at that post and had some reaction. Gee, I'm sorry, Tim Walsh is accusing someone else of enabling grifting from the dude who gave us all those leering centers of the Somalians. Tim Walsh, are you describing yourself? That's from the Minnesota fraud reporting commentary. Y'all might want to sit this one out, said the director of Consumers Defense. The problems are real. 9% inflation, open border, 20 million illegal crossings, fentanyl killing 100,000 Americans a year, factories shipped overseas, energy dependent, cities that couldn't keep the lights on. That's a Biden White House. Voters didn't imagine those. They lived them. That's why you're a retiring governor and failed VP nominee, unquote, the White House. I mean, unbelievable, these freaking people. Just gaslighting. That's all they're doing is gaslighting. Every chance they get. Lying and cheating, and they say it enough and people believe it because that's all they hear.
Yep.
Anyway. In fact, you know what, Founder? We'll cut this off before it goes too long. But let's do this again. I heard this on the morning show. Once again, a survey is showing how bad the left has gotten. The wokeness and the socialists are taking over, making headway. And we'll pay part of this. It goes on too long. But here's a part of a conversation with the latest results on how bad the Democrat Party has become. Flounder, if you will, the leftists on the survey going socialist and woke in America these days.
When we talk about democratic socialists, how are they viewed inside the Democratic Party?
Yeah, you mentioned New York, you mentioned Vermont. Obviously, there's the D.C. mayor. We've seen it in Pennsylvania as well. The Democratic Socialists seem to be doing considerably better than they used to be, and they have the chance to knock off, in fact, Democratic incumbents in Congress. And part of the reason for that, why we're seeing these Democratic Socialists having such good chances or outright winning nominations, is take a look here. Net favorability among Dems. Democratic Socialists of America, look at that. A plus 17-point net favorability rating among Democrats. That is actually better. That is better than how congressional Democrats are viewed by Democrats at just plus 4 points. So no wonder that Democratic Socialists have such a good chance, because simply put, they are a better brand at this point than Democrats in Congress.
Among Democrats, it's interesting to see who they like more. All right, and you've used this number before. I always find this fascinating. When you compare socialism to capitalism, how are they doing right now?
Yeah, how are they doing right now among Democrats? You see this Democratic Socialists of America more positive than congressional Democrats. And I'll tell you, take a look at the trend line, the favorable rating among Democrats on socialism. And look at this. In 2010, they were about equal. 50% had a favorable view of socialism. 51% said the same about capitalism. But capitalism has absolutely fallen through the floor. Look at this. It's now just 42% of Democrats who have a favorable view of capitalism. Socialism, on the other hand, up like a rocket. Look at this. 2 2 in 3 Democrats have a favorable view of socialism. So socialism is on the rise among Democrats. Capitalism is on the decline among Democrats.
We can cut it there, Flounder. 66%, 2/3 of America's Democrats believe socialism is a just cause. I'm flabbergasted. But you're seeing it. It's happening. They're electing these people. 5:13, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy Crap in Sports is coming up. 404-741-1230. 741-1230 if you want to join us. Go Braves and soccer and World Cup and U.S. Open, and it's all coming up.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799. And you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Well, we sure got this goofy weather going, but it's still growing season. And if you are looking for wholesale landscaping supplies, Stovall & Company, Paul and the boys, Trip and Devin, they got 11 locations. They just went up there in Canton. And I love to brag about them when they, we had him on the air talking about how he needed something really special for his backyard thing. And they said, well, we don't have that, but I know where else you can get it. I mean, what a company. And they've got, plants and shrubs and trees and flowers and blooming things and irrigation systems and spring. I mean, they've got it all. Concrete stuff for an outdoor fireplace or kitchen by the pool or something, taking care of business. StovallInc.com.
Hey, Braves fans, Tom. And when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask like 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
1970, Richard Nixon signed a measure lowering the voting age to 18, which Congress formalized into the 26th Amendment a year later. It's why exit polls show that's why they elected a communist mayor of New York City, the young voters. And now, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Braves in San Diego starting tonight for the first of 3 games. The 4-3 Grant Hay Holmes for us with his 4.33 earned run average against right-hander Michael King for the Padres. He's 4-6 with a 3.60 ERA. Braves took 2 out of 3 from Milwaukee at Truist Park over the weekend, losing yesterday 9-4. Rowdy Tellez smacking a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. Joey Bart and Ozzie Albies, the other 2 Atlanta RBIs. And on Saturday, Ozzie had a great series overall, but Saturday hit 2 homers, including the walk-off 2-run shot to right field to win the contest.
Yeah, that was
very exciting.
Very cool.
And Friday night, Eli White made a great catch and threw a guy out at plate. Drake Baldwin made a great catch at home plate to tag the guy out that saved the game in the 9th inning. So it was a very fun series to watch. Bryce Elder falls to 5-5 yesterday, going 6 innings, gave up 12 hits and 8 runs, all 8 coming in the 2nd inning. But he did help save the bullpen. He basically pitched into the 6th. Bryce probably hopes June cannot end fast enough. After starting the season 4-2, an ERA of 1.97. Since then, Elder posted a 7.70 ERA, giving up 19 earned runs over 22 2/3 innings with 5 homers and 8 walks.
Oh, oh, boy.
Yeah. Braves have a 6.5 game lead over Philly. The Padres in 2nd place in the National League West, but already 9 games behind the Dodgers. Not to be critical here, but I'm issuing a moratorium on using the word encouraging when talking about Austin Riley's latest at-bats. Every time he gets a hit, I hear that word, then I watch him strike out 3 times in a row afterwards.
Well, I don't know.
Well, this is an encouraging sign. Okay, enough.
Yeah,
wait till he actually gets close to like 250, then we can talk about encouraging. Catcher Sandy Leon cleared waivers, was sent to the lukewarm waters of Gwinnett. And in 1990 on this date, the Braves replaced manager who with GM Bobby Cox?
That would be Ted Turner.
No, Ted was with 1 game.
All right. Well, that would be. Hold on, I know this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
We just said his name. You just said his name. Nixon.
Russ Nixon. That's right. Russ Nixon. That's right. Grouchy fellow, but a good man, but a little chilled.
Not a great manager, I'm afraid.
Not true. Yeah.
All-star voting so far. You still got time. Go to MLB.com. National League first base. Freddie Freeman is leading with 1,000,007. Matt Olson has 1,000,004.
Whoa.
So Matt deserves to go ahead of Freddie right now.
Yeah,
so let's get on the stick there, Braves
absolutely.
fans.
Yeah.
Second base, Ozzie Albies leading with 972,000 over Bryson Stott of the Phils at 801. That is correct. Ozzie belongs. Third base, Max Muncy of the Dodgers, 1,000,009. Alex Baum of the Phillies, 804. Austin Riley, 572. Austin does not deserve to go this year.
Yeah.
Outfield, number 1, Andy Pajes of the Dodgers, having a great year, 1,000,005. Brandon Marsh of the Phillies has just jumped ahead of Ronald Acuna Jr. They're both at 1,000,002.
Really?
But Ronald doesn't deserve to go this year either. He's just been hurt all the time.
Injuries,
but who does belong? Number 4 right now, Michael Harris II at 1,000,000.
That's right. That's a good point.
Voting.
That's a good point.
Michael deserves to go. Catcher, of course, Drake Baldwin is number 1, 1,000,007 votes.
Wow.
Will Smith of the Dodgers, 1,000,002. Drake belongs.
Good.
Designated hitter, of course, Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers, 2,300,000.
Wow.
Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies, who's he's on pace to hit 60.
Every time I see him on highlights, he's hitting another home run. He got 2 the other night, I think I saw.
The Cubs have got to be kicking themselves every time they let him go.
Yeah.
And Dominic Smith of the Braves at 599,000 is number 3. So that's
cool.
good news there. So vote on MLB.com. Good news, Christian Pulisic back at normal practice, getting ready for the U.S. team playing Turkey Thursday. I'm sorry, Turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
Turkey or whatever they're calling it now.
I don't know what they're doing
okay,
now, please.
Whatever. I had a Turkish Cypriot roommate once in college. He
Yeah.
never said Turkey, it was Turkey.
And it's
Come on.
not Kiev either. It's chicken Kiev. Please, you're killing me.
Okay. Christian had a calf muscle problem, but he seems to be over it. The Fox show After Hours with host James Corden is still entertaining, but they don't always score a winner. Last week, they quizzed the audience to find the Cape Verde Islands on a map. Most could not do it. Most people can't. But whilst making fun of them, Corden pointed out that a lot of people said it was over here by Australia, and he said to New Zealand. And he pointed at New Zealand. Unfortunately for him, he was pointing at the island of Tasmania, which is much smaller than New Zealand and further west and south of Australia. I guess, hey, James, the devil is in the details. Get it?
The devil?
Tasmanian devil.
The Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian,
You see, the Tassie.
By the way, after calling it Cape Verde for a week, they're now calling it Cabo Verde. Whatever. Just make up your mind. It means Cape Green. Who cares? From now on, it's Cape Green. It's the Green Islands. Speaking of New Zealand, they blew a game yesterday, even though their fans are carrying inflatable kiwis in the stands. It's pretty cool.
Oh, right. I didn't see that. Oh, I'll be darned. Yeah.
And while flopping is down this World Cup, one country is leading the way with acting like they've been taken out by a sniper. Iran. Yes, Iran spends way too much time writhing about on the pitch like they're being electrocuted. Speaking of which, who decided the Iranians would play their opening games in Los Angeles, a city with a huge Iranian population, probably the biggest outside of Tehran?
Yeah.
Who decided they got to play in front of their home crowd?
Yeah, good point.
Other teams don't get that.
No.
I'm sorry. By the way, to their credit, the fans are sneaking in their old real flag, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The one with the lion on it.
A lot of them.
Not the one before the crazy Ayatollahs showed up.
Yeah.
FIFA has banned the flag, of course, but the people are showing up with them anyway, so good for them.
I love it.
4 games today. The gay gauchos of Argentina shut out the Austrian Schwarzeneggers 2-0. Lionel Messi became the greatest goal scorer in Cup history with 2 goals today.
Yeah.
The last one coming 5 minutes into stoppage time. He now has 18 overall. But those 2 came after he horribly missed on a goal kick, pulling it so far right it missed the entire goal. Yet the man who turns 39 in 2 days has already scored 5 goals in just 2 games, came within an eyelash of having 2 straight hat tricks in the World Cup with the entire planet watching.
Yeah.
When he gets that ball on his foot, it's going in.
How he does that. In fact, the first one he scored today set the record, and then the second one he scored set another record. He set 2 records in this one game.
He's now ahead of the Brazilian female superstar Marta, who was 17. A lot of people rode Marta, by the way.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Right now, the French are not waving the white flag for once, leading the Iraqis 1-0 in the first half. In fact, the Iraqis are like the Japanese team. They clean up their own locker room after the match, so it's good for them.
Very nice. That's nice.
Yeah, all the teams should do that. Tonight, we have the escalator rowers of Norway against a Senegal. And really late tonight, the Jordan Almonds against the Algerian South Frenchmen.
Oh, my. Well,
they love it when you call them
Algerian South Frenchmen.
Fox Sports analyst Alexei Lalas and Zlatan Ibrahimovic have been trading barbs since their first show together. When Lalas missed an episode, Zlatan said, "You're welcome, America." But Alexei may have gotten the best, if not the last laugh, when Zlatan wore a white suit to the set. Lalas told him he looked like he should be welcoming guests to Fantasy Island.
The plane.
Yeah. Michelle tweets, "The World Cup is just the U.S. having a giant sleepover with the cousins we never see because our parents hate each other."
Well, that's one way. It's kind of an unusual way to put it. It's kind of cool.
I told you last week about the Mexican fan acting like a jerk, pulling his eyelids apart to mock the beautiful young South Korean girl behind her back, by the way. What a courageous man. Probably, his forefathers probably was at the Alamo, The Mexican government has apologized to her and given her a signed jersey and making her an honorary everything.
Well, good for them. Very nice.
For them.
Very
and she's a pretty girl, and I don't know why that guy was doing that.
That's wrong. That's just
and to the camera, too.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And have no fear, Lumumba Vea has arrived.
Oh.
You know who Lumumba Vea is?
I do not know Lumumba.
This resident of DR Congo, formerly known as the country of Zaire, has landed in Guadalajara to cheer on his home team in a very unique way. Natalie attired in a suit and tie to look just like the revered former Congo Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba, this man stands entirely erect and still for the entire game with his right hand raised in a salute.
Really? I mean, like
everybody's dancing and jumping
thing?
around him. He's standing there like a statue.
Wow. That's
well dressed.
Weird.
Well
Wow.
dressed.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark, who still sounds like a hotel in Middle America, won his second U.S. Open yesterday. Basically led from start to finish. A far cry from a year ago when Clark had to apologize for smashing the Oakmont Country Club's 121-year-old lockers after he missed the cut. He nearly blew a 6-stroke lead in the final round at Shinnecock. He held on for a 1-stroke victory at 4 under. Clark, the 9th wire-to-wire winner of the Open with a closing round of 3 over 73, yet saw his lead shrink to only 1 stroke in Sunday's final round. But after Sam Burns narrowly missed birdie putts on 17 and 18, Clark took control. The New York fans on Long Island were their usual self-controlled and supportive selves.
Yeah, they were calm and quiet. They didn't upset anybody.
For some reason, the New York fans hated Wyndham and openly jeered and booed his every shot.
Yeah.
One spectator was even tossed out of the Open. How bad you got to be to be tossed out of a golf club in Long Island?
Yeah.
Most fans wanted Scotty Scheffler to get his career Grand Slam. Scotty turned 30 years old during the tournament. A British sportscaster went so far as to question whether Ryder Cups or any major tourney should ever be held there again, saying New Yorkers are poisonous.
They're a bad bunch. I mean, they can be, even though it's the U.S. Open, which is kind of not the same as, like the Masters, but still, there's a little thing as a decorum and, openly jeering and stuff. It's just, it's golf, for God's sake.
Even Scott Van Pelt and Brandel Chambly chastised him. Yeah. Meanwhile, we had to hear all weekend about Wyndham sports psychologist Julie Elion. Constant mentions, interviews. She was the most famous sports shrink since Smoltz's guy used to sit behind home plate with a colorful shirt on. So Julie was a big help to Clark when the fans started getting on him in his golf and mental game was faltering.
Yeah.
Or she couldn't stand the pressure and ran to the safety of the clubhouse like King Arthur running from the killer rabbit. That's a Monty Python joke, kids. She's a sports psychologist and couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, good Lord.
I'd fire her.
Chicks,
right now.
man.
What do you want?
Chicks.
He wins with her.
Yeah.
Michigan basketball coach Dusty May is finalizing a deal to make the Dallas Mavericks their new head coach. The 49-year-old led the Wolverines to the national title this year, 64-13 over 2 seasons in Ann Arbor. His previous job, Florida Atlantic, took them to back-to-back NCAA tourneys and went to the Final Four 3 years ago. He said, I'm not going to do other college jobs. Well, he's going to take the NBA. And by the way, Michigan's players can explore their future options. A 15-day transfer window will open 5 days after a new head coach is hired or publicly announced. And the Hawks are finalizing a deal to get guard Aaron Wiggins from Oklahoma City for 2 second-round draft picks. The Thunder will get Atlanta's second-round pick in 2030, and the least favorable, the Hawks or Lakers' second-round pick in 32. The Hawks will be getting a 27-year-old guard who has a key role in Oklahoma City's championship squad a couple years ago. Wiggins averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds during the Thunder's title season, 23 minutes per game, and 6 points in 14 minutes in the postseason. Last season, Wiggins, who's 6'5", averaged 9 points in 65 games while making 21 starts. And the Hawks were busy yesterday agreeing to a 1-year, $21 million contract extension with guard C.J. McCollum. Free agent Trae Young intends to sign the 4-year, $212 million deal to stay with the Wizards. Former Hawk and 4-time All-Star declined $49 million on Monday, the option, and we all said, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Well, he's getting $212, so he's not crazy at all.
Yeah, good grief.
We're the crazy.
Holy moly.
And longtime ESPN anchor Linda Cohn is leaving the network next month. 34 years.
Yeah.
Contract is up. Cohn anchored well over 5,000 sports centers. She'll continue to talk sports on her YouTube channel. It took a while for me to like Linda Cohn, but her professionalism over the decades won me over. I prefer her now. And she once called a major league player a master batter.
I didn't like her when she was young and years and years and years ago. But I myself have also I've realized. I mean, I accept her stuff. I like her stuff.
By the way, the ESPN overlords had told her, okay, That's one time and out. You're not going to say the word master batter anymore.
Yes, yeah.
If finally, the Babylon Bee headline reads, NASCAR celebrates Pride Month with first all-Subaru race.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Every lesbian up here in the mountains of Macon drives a Subaru.
I'm sure
not
of
kidding.
it. I'm sure of it. Pete Davis, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
They're great cars.
Wonderful, wonderful cars.
Dependable cars.
Oh, you can't stop them. On 106.3.
Not the prettiest.
No, not. Oh, well, they're Subarus, but
my aunt has one.
Oh, there you are. See,
they're good cars. I'm not kidding.
No, wonderful, wonderful cars.
Not just for lesbians.
No, lesbians of all kinds. They're good cars.
Welcome. Bienvenidos.
Georgia summers are known for heat, and sometimes it's the humidity that makes your home uncomfortable. With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up inside your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy even when your air conditioning is running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $1,700 in rebates and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Walker. Don't let your lawn take over your free time.
Take it back with a Walker mower from Howard Brothers. With incredible cut quality, easy handling, and all-day comfort, Walker mowers turn mowing into something you can actually enjoy. Whether you're a homeowner or a professional, Walker delivers the performance that keeps your lawn looking its best. Stop by Howard Brothers today and find the Walker that fits your property. The grass is always greener with Walker mowers and Howard Brothers.
Commuting every day? Well, the 2026 Toyota Camry is now all hybrid, which means for you up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. An easy way to cut those fuel stops without giving up comfort. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we're voted Best of Car for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center for well-qualified buyers. 6.49% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Camry hybrid through June 30th. Non-Toyota owners may qualify for a $1,000 Camry Conquest bonus cash, no trade-in required. Remember, visiting us on Cobb Parkway South means you're going to get the best deal possible for just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
6.49% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers are qualified. $1,000 Conquest for eligible current non-Toyota owners. Must finance and lease through Southeast Toyota Finance. No trade required. And 6/30/2026. See dealer for details. All price exclude tax, tag, title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Why does Progressive help support truckers? Because truckers unite the world. Truckers unite whistles and lifeguards. Truckers unite fitness devices with people who don't exercise. Truckers unite your aunt with those live, laugh, love signs. But truckers can't do any of this if they're not on the road. That's why Progressive helps safe truckers save an average of $6,181 when they elect to share their ELD data with us. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. 2025 national average safe driver enrollment discount savings for new Progressive customers exclude mandatory program participants. Not available in all states. Driving data could increase or decrease premiums at renewal.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays. Anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes.
Oldest record.
Watching the ships roll in.
Rock of the Day album.
And I watch them roll away.
1968, #1 in Britain.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll.
The album was posthumously released. His sixth studio album contained a number of singles and B-sides dating back to 1965. One of his
best known, of course, the posthumous hit, Sitting on a Rock 1968. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? How's your Monday? My phone calls taking priority. Flounder, what do you got? A little something there, Mr. Phone?
We got Joel Force.
Hey, Joel, you're on the radio. Welcome, sir. What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing? I heard y'all talking about the American soccer player who could not play because he got kicked in the back of the calf last week.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that he's not very much of a man, period, which no soccer player is, really, no, I mean, but, because my brother, when he was 10 years old, played an entire season of football with a broken foot after the referee stepped on it.
Oh, boy.
And then when I was in high school, I wrestled 2 tournaments on a broken ankle.
Oh, no.
And this guy cannot play because he got his calf kicked.
Well, kicking calf, you know.
Just say you don't like soccer. Just get it over with. Just say it. Just come on out. You're among friends. Just come out and say it.
Just, soccer's for sissies. Just say it. Run.
Yes, it is. Soccer is for sissies. I have played with many injuries in many different sports, and this guy gets kicked in his calf and he can't play.
Take it easy. All right, now.
All right, I don't want any cheering if they win. I don't want to hear any cheering when they win.
Thank you, Joel. Walton. Well, you're on the radio. Tell us how much you hate soccer or whatever. What's up, man?
I'll watch 1 second of it. Most boring sport, anyway.
They never score. Seriously, they never freaking score. They can go 90 minutes 0-0. Give me a break.
Golf is worse than
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyways, I had the Pete's report a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
When Wyndham Clark won yesterday, he got $4.5 million.
Yeah.
Guess how much he lost from taxes from the state of New York?
Oh,
2.1 million. 1 million. They took 48% of what his earnings on taxes, state and federal tax.
Man,
the players have got to say no more.
Yeah,
no more.
That's what you call a Democrat-run state.
This is robbery. That's I know California's got penalties like that, but I didn't know New York. Oh, that's unbelievable. Can you imagine winning a tournament and losing $2.5 million? Oh,
I wouldn't play there anymore. I would say screw you. I'll go play somewhere else.
Wow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Next year it's in Pebble Beach in California. It's probably going to be over 50%.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Well, listen, thanks. I really I thank you. I had no idea it was that bad.
And they waste the money. We know they waste the money on their NGOs and their kickbacks and all their stuff. We know they waste most of the money. Most of our tax money is wasted. Yeah. We know that now.
If we could stop the fraud, we would pay off our debt. We wouldn't have a deficit.
Well, you got Alan.
I'm sorry.
Alan, go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead, Alan.
We're good. Alan, you're on the radio, man. What's up? What do you think?
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
You don't report bowling, Pete, because there's a big Ron Duke tournament this weekend in sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you call it Snake Davis anymore?
Well, because it's mean and it's not. It's just not. I did it for a reason. It was fun, and but after a while, it's just not. It's just kind of not. It's snotty. No big deal.
People still every now and then.
Yeah. He gets it once in a while. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We want to hear reports on bowling. Yesterday closed out the season with the Ron Duke Trophy Open live up there. I forget where it was, but I love bowling once in a while.
I used to love bowling. I have my own ball. I have my own bowling ball carved out and cut up for me.
So why did you wait till the season was over before you asked me to do it?
This just dawned on me.
Yeah, I know. Well, you may have a point. We'll try to do better. Cause I love I used to love the bowl. I could bowl.
Bowling if I know about it. Yeah.
And I'll bet you I could still bowl. I could bowl too. We should do the Kimmer bowling. We should the Kimmer the Super Bowl balls or something. We can figure it out. Pardon me?
Come on open,
Yeah. Outstanding. Well, if we do it, you're invited. How about that?
I would love it. I'm right here now, so we'll hook up and hit the alley.
Outstanding. Hell, I live next to a bowling alley. At least it used to be one. I don't know if they're still there on Woodside Parkway. Yeah.
I like the glow.
Yeah, the midnight bowling thing where they have all neon lights blowing and stuff and everything in the dark.
There's one up by Pete's sister in Canton, Georgia. Good bowling alley.
I'll be darned. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. A good idea. Maybe by golly, we'll try to do that.
This is the 45th anniversary of You Can't Be Serious.
Oh, what's our favorite John McEnroe?
At Wimbledon.
Oh, my God. You can't be serious. I used to love to watch him play, as much as I hate him.
He's the best.
When I was
my favorite.
For one summer, I was a golfer as a teenager at our country club, and for one summer, actually, I got pretty good at tennis, and for some reason, they started putting me in tennis tournaments. I wasn't, and I was just, this was like when I was 15 or 16 or something, and I was doing pretty well, but, God, what was I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I talking about? Oh my God! What did you just say about tennis? What did you just say?
John McEnroe, You Can't Be Serious. Tom Gullickson, Wimbledon.
Well, anyway,
bring it back to you. And
I don't want to forget it. But I will. There is a tennis thing here I want to pass along to you, Pete Davis. On this day in 1977, Tracy Austin beats Ile Vici-Zeppel of the Netherlands, and Tracy Austin became the youngest player in history to win a Wimbledon match. Tracy Austin was 14.
Damn.
14. I'd forgotten what a sensation she was when she exploded on the scene. Wimbledon.
Yeah, the next Chris Everett. She never really became.
Never quite became Chris Everett, but let's see, a couple of quick sports birthdays. Kurt Warner led the St. Louis Rams in their Super Bowl against Tennessee. Kurt Warner's 55. He was the MVP. And Clyde Drexler, the Hall of Famer basketball former star, Clyde Drexler is 64 years old today. And on this day in 1938, Joe Louis began his reign as world heavyweight champion of boxing by knocking out Jim Braddock in Chicago in 1938. A year later, to the very day, he knocked out Max Schmeling in the first round in New York. The Brown Bomber Joe Louis retained his title until he retired in 1949.
What was James J. Braddock's nickname?
I can't. If I knew it, I don't remember. I can't.
The Cinderella Man.
Oh, there you go. Famous movie. Good movie with the guy actor from the Gladiator. And all those other things. And Russell Crowe did a great job in that story about the founder of Fox TV when he played his role in whatever that series was. That was brutal, man. If that thing came out again, I'd watch it. I was really, man, that was just ugly in many ways.
You like watching it because it made someone look like an idiot.
Well, I can relate to that. It's like it's someone we used to work with so easily. Kind of fits right the hell in there. Anyway, it's 5:45 already.
I got along with them. I don't know why you did.
I can't imagine any possible reason. Kevin Feed and Flounder, and we got more coming up. Flounder's funny and stuff, and the latest stuff.
Hell of a baseball player.
Yeah, well, there you go. 1063. How's your Monday? Oh, yeah.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com. Want to experience the best membership in sports? Join the Atlanta Braves A-List season ticket waitlist. A-List members receive the best seats at the lowest prices and discounts on parking, food, and merchandise. Plus, A-Listers are guaranteed postseason ticket access and enjoy special events featuring players and alumni. So reserve your spot in line by joining the Atlanta Braves A-List memberships waitlist today at Braves.com/waitlist. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend. Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done. Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we forge personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bank Shares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bank Shares, member FDIC.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Co. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Co. can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Co. 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Hey, this is Los with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy. The new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I've been looking for a vehicle for a couple of months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had the vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Look out. It's fingertips. Stevie Wonder entered the U.S. singles chart on this time in 1963 as Little Stevie Wonder with Fingertips Parts 1 and 2. Fingertips featured a young Marvin Gaye on drums. It was the first live, non-studio recording to reach number 1 on the Billboard Pop Singles Chart in America since a guy named Johnny Stanley in 1952 with a comic monologue. It's in the book. Stevie Wonder, Fingertips Parts 1 and 2, reaching number 1. Stevie Wonder was 13 years old. Our phone calls take a priority. Dale's on the radio. Welcome aboard, Dale. What do you think? Welcome.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Good, man.
Long-time listener, man. Look, I just want to make a comment about professional athletes. One of my sons plays in the NFL for a team in a very blue city in a very blue state.
Okay.
And between state, federal, and the county that he lives in, he pays about 52 to 55% in taxes. It's criminal.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
It's criminal, Kimmer. I'm telling you, man.
Holy smokes.
And of course now, all of them love to play in Florida, Tennessee, and Texas.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They love to play there, but it's, they play in L.A. or, somewhere like that. It's just criminal.
Well,
it's just, they have to pay taxes in each one of these municipalities, whatever state, whatever, like LA has county taxes, and it's criminal. But I just wanted to mention that.
Well, now, of course, everybody's going to want to know who your son is, and I can understand you want to keep that secret, but just for the record, we all want to know who your son is.
Well, his name's Nick Moore, and he plays for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, I'll be darned. Well, congratulations on, you must have been a good dad, because you raised a kid and you've done something that very few people can do. And I appreciate you calling in. And happy Father's Day, one day delayed, and thanks for the info. That's unbelievable.
He's a Georgia Bulldog too, so he traded Georgia. So we're proud of him.
Well, listen, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and again, congratulations, and send along our best to him the next time you talk to him. That's cool.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Thank you. No, thank you. That's very cool. Kimber Ping founder. A couple of quick birthdays. Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman. She was also in Paper Chase. I liked that movie. That was a good movie, Paper Chase. John Houseman, the old-fashioned way.
He was in Nighthawks too.
Lindsay Wagner, 77, Bionic Woman. Klaus Maria Brandauer, 83 today. Out of Africa, Never Say Never Again, Russia House. Tracy Poland, Michael J. Fox's wife and girlfriend on Family Ties. He married her. She's 66 today. And Erin Brockovich, now married to a guy named L66. Julie Roberts played her in the movie Erin Brockovich. Well, by the way, I can't get over this little moment in history, which is kind of funny. By the way, Founder, we're going to play that Carmela side piece again, Founder. Word salad? Yeah, word salad girl here in a second. I love this part of day in history in 2004. U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney gives some advice to Senator Patrick Leahy on the Senate floor. Senator Leahy, I think he was from Vermont, wasn't he? Senator Leahy, Leahy had criticized Dick Cheney because of Dick Cheney's connections to Halliburton and the sole source contracts in Iraq. So Dick Cheney's response on the Senate floor to Senator Patrick Leahy was, go blank yourself. Vice President of the United States, not often used to that way. One more thing, I thought this was hysterical. Donuts didn't always come with a hole. In fact, a 16-year-old kid named Hanson Gregory in 1847 invented a ring-shaped donut maker. The reason why he did it was because solid donuts, didn't have a hole in them, run the risk of being either overcooked or having a raw center. So he punched a center dough cut out with a tin pepper box and was able to successfully produce the perfect donut with a ring hole in the middle.
Donuts.
Oh, I love donuts. In fact, I love the old-fashioned ones, the old Dunkin', the sugar ones, creamy, sugary.
No. How dare you, sir, mention the word Dunkin'?
Well, I know.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. I love the Krispy Kremes for the Krispy Kreme, but if I'm going to go just get a cake donut, the cake donuts are probably my favorites. I know it's silly.
Okay, going from Krispy Kreme to Dunkin' is like going from heaven to unleavened bread. I mean, it tastes like eating a brick after a Krispy Kreme.
I'll take your mashed yeast in the future.
They have good Kaisers and good eclairs. I'll give them that. Yeah. Dunkin' does.
Yeah. No, I love Krispy Kreme. I do. In fact, last time I've been there when they just, donuts are making or whatever.
Hot donuts.
Hot donuts, yeah. It's been a while since I found one at the time. Anyway, Founder, let's play a little Carmela side piece. More word salad. The woman who wants to be your latex salesman, my friends.
I really, truly believe this. We each have light inside of us. And we need to know that that is what inspires our hope as much as anything external to ourselves. And when we feel that and not allow an election or an individual to dampen that light, and instead let that light kind of carry us, in particular through moments of darkness, that we not only act on that hope, but we inspire that hope in each other. And in particular at this moment, it is so important that we not only have hope, but that we understand that that should be a verb
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened.
Hope should be a verb. Hope is a verb and a noun. Like the critic said, I hope you never run again. And we are filled with hope that you'll never run again. I mean, my goodness. How can you even look at her without just laughing? And the cackling, all those times where she just guffawed.
Who is going to give her billions of dollars to run again?
Well, again, it's a funny thing because they already gave her $1 billion and she, was it like 1.6 billion? It was almost $2 billion that she blew in a thing. Good grief. By the way, Florida's funny coming up here in a minute. The Olympian that they said was damaging the reflecting pool in Washington, the record showed this Olympic canoeist David Hearn has ties to the Major League fundraising network Act Blue, which is under congressional investigation. He descended on the National Mall racking up criminal charges. He donated to the Act Blue apparatus 10 times and contributed to Barack Obama's presidential campaign 5 times, charged with destruction of government property. Well, I'll be damned. He grabbed a hose being used by the Park Service, drained and painted under Donald Trump, and they're trying to make a big deal about the freaking reflecting pool because that's the kind of issues they have all of a sudden, and that's it for the Democrats. How about one more? Flouder's funny there. Flouder, what do you think?
Last fall, I called home, and my dad answered. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I just got home from golf. Men's league, your brother was there. I got pulled over for a DUI. I go, that's not good. Had you been drinking? Nope, hadn't had a drop. But this police man didn't believe me, told me I had to get out of the car, and we were going to play some games to see if I'd been drinking. So he told me to walk an imaginary line between my car and his car and back. And I said, okay. And then, Kathleen, I just stood there. I go, I don't get it. He goes, well, then he fell for my trap. Then he said, well, are you going to start walking? And I said, well, do you have your line in your head? Because you told me to make up an imaginary line, and I have, but only I can see it because it's in my imagination. I'm sure you got a line, but I can't see your line. You can't see my line, so I don't see how I win your game. I'm just going to stand here till someone older and smarter arrives on the scene. Well, then my brother, who had golfed with me, clicked in on the other line. He goes, whoa, I used to think on the way home from golf, I saw Dad on the side of the road doing the DUI stuff. I go, you didn't stop that? He goes, no, here's the beauty of it. I'm hammered. He goes, we should take them out all the time when we're drinking as the decoy car.
Who's that, Flounder? That is Miss Kathleen Madigan. Oh, no kidding. I didn't recognize. Oh, my goodness. I'm surprised you didn't know it. Anyway, cover pink, Flounder. Now we do it all over again, and I'm gonna make cookies, Flounder, and I'll have two. And I'll also bring a chocolate chip choice in case somebody makes it down here.
No, tomorrow is my first cardiac rehab in the morning, so I won't be down there tomorrow.
Oh, well, I'll take it. To be served. All right, look out. I gotta go. Christine, sing me home, baby, because I gotta go. You're killing me. Little late. Herb, look out.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Trump says as long as Iran respects the U.S., there won't be any trouble.
If Iran doesn't live up to their agreement, or if they're not behaving, I will do what I have to do.
The president says Iran's access to frozen assets is not supposed to be used to rebuild its military, but instead be used for American agriculture purchases like U.S.-grown soy, corn, and wheat. The Treasury Department is waiving sanctions on Iranian oil sales for the next 60 days.
Fox's Jared